day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Woo! Yes, Mzansi, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for joining us. This beautiful lady on my left-hand side, of course, Jamie Domvik.
Mr. Raldo Mornay, looking so sexy. And I'm not allowed to say this, but the boys in a polo neck, you know, that is my weak point. But
Stop it, you. Stop it.
It is Wednesday, so let us officially say good morning and welcome to this Wednesday.
Yes. And let us gear up and gear you up for this Father's Day because it's happening this weekend. And we've got a Father's Day themed culinary hotline bling happening. And of course, Chef Clem is going to be showing us all of the good stuff. And he's got 3 dishes to impress your dad. So if you want to get plugged in on all the good stuff for this weekend, then this is where you want to be.
I literally went to the kitchen now and I saw chicken livers and I was like, oh my word.
Is that your favorite?
This is how we start. Oh, I am a chicken liver kind of girl with a Portuguese roll that has to be fresh. Okay, I'm going to stop celebrating right now. Of course, we're also bringing in our favorite fashion and beauty editor, Ms. Nox Mafu, who is here to show us her Father's Day gifting tips. I'm excited for
And that's about it. Wait, no, actually not. I've arranged one more surprise, especially for Jamie Lee Domberger, right? It's
Why?
a very handsome guest in the studio. I know she's going to love it. Goes by the name of Nico Panagio, and he's here to share everything about being a dad. Yes, you see that smile? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You guys know how to excite me. So another person, I'm sad that he's not wearing a polo neck, but I'm always excited to see him in the morning, is this man over here. Good morning, G-Man.
Morning, G-Man.
Can sort of be a polo neck if I do that. So first of all, we didn't do a zing, 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 and I'm feeling like Sheldon on the Big Bang, man. Culinary hotline bling, zing, zing, zing. Oh. Okay, I got that out of my system. Yes, it's all about Father's Day. We want you to celebrate in style, as we do on this show, by getting completely silly. We want to hear your best dad jokes this morning. Father's Day is this coming Sunday. We're going to keep reminding you. Hopefully you've got just some cool special idea sorted. You don't have to spend a lot of money, just something fun. And dads love to laugh, and we love a dad joke on this show. So we want you to send us your best voice note dad jokes on 063-408-8863. And if you need a little bit of inspiration, okay? They can be cheesy, but they need to be funny, and they've got to come from the heart. So this one, Ral, you know, I recently got dressed up in honor of course, Nico Panagio, looking so beautiful in that photo that we brought up earlier. Jamie, what do you call a fish that's wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated.
Oh.
Go on. Yep, that's the quality that we're looking for this morning. Get those dad jokes coming. At Expresso Show is the handle to use if you're going to find us on social media. We want to keep the conversation going throughout the day. 063-408-8863. In fact, if you want to send us a voice note about anything that's happening on the show, we'd love to hear from you. But let's give you a few talking points and get into those news headlines.
Definitely on a more serious note, we start off with those national headlines this morning. Now, Justice Minister Ronald Lamola says the National Prosecuting Authority, the NPA, is compiling an extradition request for the Gupta brothers, Atul and Rajesh, in terms of the extradition treaty between South Africa and the United Arab Emirates. The Gupta brothers were arrested in Dubai a little over a week ago for alleged money laundering and fraud. Lamola said the government is determined to conclude the process as quickly as possible, but warned that extradition could be a protracted legal process. Then just over 3.6 million rand has been donated by the KZN provincial government towards the rebuilding process following the floods. Now, KZN Premier Sihle Zikalala yesterday said that as of the 1st of June 2022, the donor account had 3,625,960 rand in total. A sum of 3 million rand has been set aside for education, mainly for repairs to 4 schools, and some 500,000 rand from the government of Qatar will be allocated to the Department of Social Development. We wish to thank all the donors for their help in our time of need, Zikalala said. Then looking to news on the international front, Rwanda has said the deal to relocate asylum seekers from the UK to the East African country is neither immoral nor a punishment. Responding to a global outcry about the deal, government spokesperson Yolande Makolo said it needed to be given a chance as a solution to illegal migration. Africa is not a place of problems, it's also a place of solutions, she told a journalist in the capital, Kigali. She said she was proud that Rwanda was providing a safe haven for people who need it. Then, staying on the international front, a new report warns of possible loopholes in America and the European Union's strategy to curb Russian oil imports. Now, the Center for Clean Air Research says more crude oil is being exported to India. Once the crude oil is refined in India, much of it is sold to customers in Europe and America anyway. Meanwhile, the last bridge providing access to the Ukraine city of Severodonetsk has been destroyed by Russian forces. Now, no supplies can reach the city and no civilians can exit the city as well. Then South Africa is one step closer to meeting its new Miss South Africa with the unveiling of the top 10 finalists on Monday night. Miss South Africa organizers announced the top 10 beauties set to be for this year's title at the finale pageant at Sun International's flagship venue, the Sunbet Arena at Times Square in Pretoria on the 13th of August. Now, this year's contestants represent 5 provinces: Gauteng, which has 4 contestants, KZN and Western Province with 2 each, and Limpopo and Northwest with 1 finalist each. Pageant organizers describe them as an impressive group, which includes a candidate attorney, law students, a psychology honors, graduate entrepreneurs, small business owners, as well as models. Now, they are Narzaid Omar, Ayanda Tabete, Itumeleng Parage, Kialabocha Nkashe, Lebogang Matlangu, Luve Meya Luyanda Zuma, Ndavi Nokeri, Pearl Nchehi, as well as Tamsin Jack. The judges behind the top 10 selection are Miss South Africa 2015 Liesl Laurie, body positive activist Tracy Lee Horowitz, Densu CEO Ku Governor, fashion designer as well, Kosi Nkosi, and then True Love chief editor Makosazana Zwane Zikupa, actress Simone Notman, as well as actor and TV personality Tando Tabeta. And we can't wait to see who those finalists are going to be and who's going to be our new Miss Reigning South Africa. That being said, that is where I leave your news headlines. It's time to have a first look at the sports CSG.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Let's start with some cricketing action first. Bowlers Harshal Patel and Yuzvendra Chahal, they helped India stay alive in the T20 series up against the Proteas, of course, with a crushing 48-run win in that third match yesterday. So after the hosts were invited to bat first, openers Ruturaj Gaikwad and Ishan Kishan, they scored 57 and 54 respectively to lay the platform, putting on 97 for the first wicket and guiding the hosts to 179 for 5 competitive. Then Harshal, who returned his best T20 figures, in fact, of 4 for just 25, and Chahal, they shared 7 wickets to bowl out South Africa for just 131. That is, India bounced back from their opening 2 losses. So that 4th T20, a lot more in it this time. That'll take place this coming Friday. And staying with cricketing news, the Proteas women, inspired definitely by Lara Goodall and Andri Steyn, confirmed a series win over Ireland, and an emphatic one at that, with 1 match to go after clinching yet another commanding 9-wicket triumph, this time in the second of 3 ODIs. So Ireland posted a competitive score of 213 for 8 in their allotted 50. Then Shabnim Ishmael was the standout bowler with ball in hand, taking 3 for 31. South Africa producing an emphatic reply as top order batters. Steyn scored 84 not out, and then Goodall reached an unbeaten 93 to lead the chart for the visitors, and locking up that result with 68 balls to spare. Masterclass, really. Then on to European football. Hungary thrashed a dreadful England 4-0 away, and this happened last night to go top of the Nations League group. A brace from Roland Salai, as well as late strikes from Zyot Naji and Daniel Gazena Sarut, that the Three Lions, they suffered their worst home defeat since, get this, 1928, and are now bottom of their group. And there were no such problems for Germany. On the other hand, they romped to a 5-2 win over Italy. Timo Werner scoring 2 goals in 2 minutes to go along with goals from Joshua Kimmich and Ilkay Gundogan, and Thomas Müller. And the Netherlands, they cemented top spot in their group after edging out Wales 3-2. Gareth Bale looked to have scored of securing that 2-2 draw with his equaliser in the 90th minute, but Memphis Depay, he popped up with a dramatic late winner a minute later. Then on to tennis. Serena Williams. Been a while since we've said her name. She'll make her return to Grand Slam tennis at Wimbledon this month after being given win a wild card entry to the singles draw. So the 40-year-old American, who is a 23-time Grand Slam singles champion, has not played since injuring herself in the first round of the SW19 last year, in fact, and she'll make her return to tennis playing doubles at Eastbourne alongside Tunisia's Ons Jabeur, who we've been reporting on. She's had a stellar year, and that's in the week before Wimbledon. Then she'll compete at the All England Club, where she is a 7-time singles champion. She won the last of her Wimbledon titles in 2016, but reached the final in 2018 and 2019 after returning from maternity leave. She last won a Grand Slam singles title at the 2017 Australian Open. Should be a walk in the park, but we can't wait to see her back on the grass courts again. That's where we leave our sport for now. Let's see what the weather has in store, if we're going to get any respite from the rain.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Of course, it's time to report on the weather, and looks like a wet one indeed for the next coming days. And the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for disruptive snow today after the northern high-lying areas and the Winterberg region in the Eastern Cape. Now, the first report of snow was received yesterday evening after it started to snow in Sutherland in the Northern Cape. Now, the Weather Service says this could result in isolated loss of vulnerable livestock, localized disruption to services, and some passes being closed for a short period due to the expected accumulation of snow. Now, meanwhile, Cape Town Mayor Gordon Hill-Lewis yesterday said the mother city had received its average rainfall for June in less than 24 hours. Now, localized flooding and weather-related incidences have put disaster management crews on high alert. And the SA Weather Services have urged residents to brace for a significant drop in temperatures, fierce winds, rough seas, heavy rainfall, and snowfall in some areas. Well, for many of those out there, we're wishing you nothing but safety, obviously, as the weather does continue to come through. Now, from our weather news, though, we head over to our sunrise views, and we love starting the morning showcasing the sunrise images received from you, our Expresso viewers, and you can send them through to our Expresso WhatsApp line, of course. Now, starting us off this morning, we have Andri Lemprecht, all the way from Amanzim Toti. Now, she captured this early morning shot overlooking the city as it lights up with a pink hue. Absolutely beautiful stuff indeed. Next up on the list, we got Zenobia Daniels coming through from Tsitsikamma, the beautiful land of trees, the forest nation, and she shared this silhouetted image showing off a pink glow as the sun begins to rise from behind the mountains. Inspiration to start your day, and that's thanks to you, Mzansi. Keep bringing those incredible pictures through. We love seeing how you start your day, and share those images with us by simply sending it through to our WhatsApp line. That's 063 408 8863. And who knows, you could be inspiring us with your images of your sunrise. And for now, though, let's look at the temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane. The day starting at a low of 3, moving up to 20 degrees Celsius. Umumbela sees a low of 7 up to 27. Pretoria, a chilly degree of 1 to start the day up to 16 degrees. And Johannesburg starting at 0 degrees Celsius all the way up to 12 degrees for your maximum. Over in Mahikeng now, the temperatures are dropping below 0. You're starting your day at -2 up to 16. Klerksdorp much the same, -3 up to 13. Kimberley, the chill continues, -3, only up to 11 being your max. And Bloemfontein, a slightly warmer start. Sorry, not a warmer start. It's actually -7, and that's all the way up to 11 degrees. So chilly stuff indeed on that side of the world. Oh, in Richards Bay, however, a little bit warmer temperatures, but the rain does continue. 9 up to 19 degrees. Pietermaritzburg, a chillier start of 2 up to 15 with some rain coming through. The rain continuing in Durban from 9 all the way up to 19 degrees Celsius. Mthatha, chillier start of 2 degrees up to 15 degrees maximum, and less rain coming through on your side of town. Now, moving over to East London, however, your day starting at 9 degrees up to 17 maximum. Cradock sees the day starting at -4 up to 12 degrees Celsius. Mabega, a little bit of a warmer start. Rain does come through, though, at 64%. You're starting your day at 8 up to 14. George sees a chilly start of 5 with some rain, and your maximum going up to 14 degrees Celsius. Over in the mother city now, and obviously her hearing all that weather and the rain coming through, and it does continue. 40% chance of rain with the day starting at 6 up to 15 degrees Celsius. Worcester sees a chilly start of 4 up to 13. Sutherland sees the day starting at -3 up to 6 degrees Celsius. And Uppington, of course, 0 degrees up to only a maximum of 15 degrees Celsius. Once again, Mzansi, thank you for sending those pictures in, because obviously, as you can see, it is getting chilly. We're starting on the minuses at the moment, and your pictures are definitely warming up our day. And speaking of warming up our day, let's catch up with the rest of the crew and see what other magic we can expect for the day.
Thank you. She's been crying with laughter, and she hasn't even told the joke yet, so please, I have to hear your best ever dad joke. No, it doesn't have to be the very best one, but it's going to make me laugh.
I've been practicing my dad jokes the entire time. Where do fruits go on vacation?
Where do they go?
Paris.
Paris. That's very good.
I'm going to be here all day, everybody. I'll be here all day. No, joking. Let me rather give you some real stuff and real jokes. Not a joke. Some breakfast for
we
you,
might take you to Paris this morning because that's the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting!
Music to my ears, food for my soul. We want your voice notes, please. If you've got any comments, any conundrums in the kitchen, we've got the biggest foodie brain in the world. Honestly, we've waited. He's got the biggest brain in the world. Chef Clem is here, otherwise known as Clem Chef. It's Royal. He is here to answer any of your questions. Please drop those voice notes. 063 408 8863. I've settled on that. It's the way to say the number. Okay? I didn't go with the 40888 just to confuse people. Do I get my own? Is this mine or do you get
That's yours.
Oh, you get the. Okay, no, it's fine.
After palating that joke of mine, I thought, you know what, you deserve.
Yeah, no, I deserve a little bit more. Thank you so much. We're going to keep it creamy. We're going to keep it smooth. Why? Because Nico Panagio is joining us a little bit later.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
The ultimate dad.
Oh, you can make my day.
Are you a newly qualified chef looking to pocket a whopping 15,000 Rand in cash and the title of Exceller Young Chef for 2022? Then listen up and enter now. Entry is easy. Simply follow the Exceller Young Chef competition link on Afternoon Express's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram pages and upload a video of you sharing your name, a short intro about yourself, when and where you qualified, and your signature Exceller dish using Exceller Thai long grain rice, sunflower oil, or mayonnaise. T's and C's do apply and can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beautiful souls, to another installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting! We love it. Why do we love it so much? Because we're joined by one of our absolute favorites, people, never mind, chefs, Clem Chef, or Chef Clem, depending on who you are in the studio. He's here this morning to help you sort out any of your culinary conundrums and maybe, just maybe, furnish us with a dad joke.
Look, guys, it's not, I'm not the best at the dad jokes, okay, but the weather's really bad in Cape Town.
It is.
But I love the fog, so I tried to bring some into the studio this morning. I tried to run around catching it, but I couldn't.
Why not?
Missed.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man.
The thing is, it's not even like, it's not even a slight smile. He's genuinely sorry.
No, I am. I'm really sorry, man.
No, stop. Stop there. Stop.
No, it reminds me of that time when the beach was reunited with the sea. What did the sea say when it met the beach?
Please tell me.
Nothing, man. It just waved. We are saying
we're not good at
that this morning. So yes, it's the same voice note line on WhatsApp to use if you want to send us any dad jokes this morning. But if you've got any sort of conversation starters, any questions, anything for Chef Clem, please send those voice notes to 063 408 8863. I finally settled on a way of saying the number at least. Okay.
Can we not just go, and here's the number at the bottom of the screen?
What if they're floating it above our head? We don't know.
Who knows?
And it's the way you can stay connected. And you can give us a call at any point. We might answer that phone, but it's all about the fathers, and fathers love a little bit of chicken livers.
My dad does.
Love peri-peri.
My dad loves peri-peri chicken livers, and he's like the master at making it. So this one's for him.
Okay.
We've got a few suggestions from other dads as well, so we're going to knock out
Yeah,
favorites today.
all of the things that I've seen on this list are kind of favorites of mine.
Oh,
okay, they like you get a hankering. Dads get hankering for things. Hey,
This is
I
the
get
list.
I got a hankering for some chicken livers. But here's the kicker: you got to do it properly.
Right.
Okay, and it's taken me probably about 3 decades to learn how to cook a chicken liver, and I still get it wrong.
Because the thing about chicken livers is people don't like it because they don't like the texture of it, and then the flavor of it. It's got a slightly gamey, metallic flavor to it, but that's the iron, and that's good.
Yeah.
The thing about overcooking your chicken livers, that's the difference for me, because chicken livers shouldn't be served completely cooked through, right? Right, it shouldn't. But that means you need to then make sure that wherever you're getting your chicken livers from, it's the most reliable source, because you're not, like I said, you're not cooking it all the way through.
Fresh and lacquer.
Fresh and lacquer, and when it comes to chicken livers, I only buy chicken livers from Woolworths. It's just, we know this. So what I've done is I've actually opened it up earlier, popped it over a strainer, let any of the excess moisture that's in there just drip out.
Okay.
Right? Because we want to brown the chicken livers. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to brown some butter, get the butter in there, nice and hot.
And is it really important to get that moisture out? Because you got to seal them, right?
You do.
Like every other, I suppose, good cut of
Yeah.
meat, you've got to seal and keep those flavors inside, really?
Exactly. And a good way to do that is to get it pan nice and hot, get it sealed off there. We've added a bit of butter to it, but there's no intramuscular fat in liver, so it's fine. We're just adding the fat back. That's going to start doing it, so it's going to start popping. Hey, as I said, it's going to start popping.
Okay. Hey.
It's dinner theater. As soon as that happens, get your pan lid, pop it on there. It's going to start steaming as it pops. This is simple. I've never made a chicken liver recipe simpler. It's butter, peri-peri sauce, chicken livers. 3 ingredients. Not even salt. Not even
Did
pepper.
someone else bring the rolls for you? Mommy
Someone else brought the
rolls for you.
Someone else brought the rolls for us. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, like I said, is butter in the pan, get it nice and hot, livers go in, it's going to start popping and doing its thing. Lid goes on, give it a little shake.
Oh.
Okay?
Because they are you can't flip them.
No. And you don't want to fiddle with it. By the time you're done turning all those little chicken livers over, something's overcooked already, and it's not going to work. All the seasonings in there, salt, pepper, garlic, chilies, everything. And the salt and pepper is important because you don't want to add extra salt and pepper to this recipe.
The bazooka is loaded, my friend. Absolutely beautiful. So as that sizzling sound is music to our ears, more music to our ears, voice notes sent in from you guys, and I think it's Albida from Cape Town. I've probably got that wrong completely, but let's hear her voice notes and what she had to say ahead of Father's Day.
Hi, Chef Clem. You know what I was thinking? I would make for Father's Day beans curry with some either naan or roti, some lemon pickles, lemon acha I made already, roast chicken with veggies, roast potatoes, etc., and a potato pudding with dry fruit.
My goodness, can
I
we
heard
go?
roast potatoes. That's all I heard.
I heard curry, roti.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my goodness, man. And I was thinking about that. There was even a roast chicken thrown in there. We're going to, I don't know how many fathers she's feeding on the day. Everybody's father is sort of...
Everybody's father.
That's like 3 minutes. That might be one of your record-breaking meals, in fact. And I like the fact that you got the caramelization on the outside, nice and beautiful and soft, and of course the waves of peri-peri flavor.
You can smell that. It is coming. It is so
magical.
strong. It's so simple, so quick. You can actually make this in about 2 minutes, and that's amazing.
Well, you
And
just did, yeah.
You'll make it faster than it'll take to actually toast your Portuguese buns.
But
that's the thing.
Not faster than you're going to eat it.
Not at all.
Or that dad is going to eat it. So please, we want you to keep sending those voice notes through. And what are you going to be cooking for your pops this Father's Day? Do you have any inspiration for us? Maybe a dad joke or two to share. But most importantly, those culinary conundrums. Anything that's got your brain twisting ahead of Father's Day. Something you want to make for him that's amazing, but you just don't know how. We'll take you through it blow by blow. Let us know 063 4088863. That is the WhatsApp line to use. And then, of course, you can find all of our culinary inspiration on our website, which is expressoshow.com. This looks incredible, buddy. What are we making next?
Steak trincado. There's going to be a death by chocolate cake.
Get
and then there's going to be another recipe at the end, another pie.
Oh, I love it. Keep those voice notes coming. 063-408-8863. We'd love to hear from you. I've got a taste.
He loves that number now. Ever since he's remembered that number, he just wants to punch it.
just owning it.
We love that number. That being said, we hope that you send through your voice notes. It's all about the dads. It's all about our dad jokes because it's Father's Day this weekend.
Yes, it is indeed. And of course, the voice notes are already coming through. I think everybody's like, yeah, I got this. I got a good one for this. So first up, we've got Matthew, who sent in a voice note, which we would love to hear, and obviously asking you the question about your best dad jokes. So let's see what Matthew has to say.
Good morning, Expresso show. This is Matthew, your biggest fan from 2016, all the way from Qatar, Doha. My father's dad joke. He says, why do golfers always take an extra pair of socks when they go play golf? And I say, why? And he says, in case they get a hole in one.
Wow, Matthew. Wow,
Okay,
Matthew.
smart,
That was good.
That's very dad. Very dad. I think that ticks the box over there. We've got another one coming through. This one from Gordon, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Let's hear what this one is about.
Morning, Expresso. This is Gordon all the way from Makanda. I've got a good joke. What do you call someone with no body and no nose? Nobody knows.
Oh. Do you know what that reminds me of? That's
I
actually
feel like
good.
you haven't had your say yet. What is your
I
dad
can
joke?
jump on that because it's very similar to the one about, what do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. No idea.
As he gets paid for this. He gets paid for this. Keep it coming. 063-408-8863. We'd love to hear all your dad jokes. Hopefully we'll laugh for the next few. I mean, you enjoyed
Oh, you did laugh. You did laugh inside.
Internally.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Introducing new Panado Pediatric Syrup 5ml sachets. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show on S3, keeping with today's theme, all about the dads ahead of Father's Day this weekend. Gentle, yet strong, warm and safe. The experience of being held in dad's arms. Now, it's something children never forget. Panado is giving you the chance to win a 2,500 Rand cash prize daily. Now, all you have to do is reply to our Facebook or our Twitter post and tell us about your phenomenal dad or your husband. Today, we are going to be announcing our 6th lucky winner. And I thought maybe let you announce it because you love...
Yes, I love it.
Love announcing.
I love it. I love making winners of the show. You want to give me a drum roll?
Yes, we can do that.
Yes.
Drum roll, please.
Our winner is Virginia Matlilo. Yes! Woo! I think we've got Virginia on the line, but let's just read out a comment before we do, and this one says the following. My husband helps me prepare the kids in the morning while I am bathing them, and he prepares their lunch boxes and takes them to school, and at night he baths the kids and helps them with their homework. Now, he loves them unconditionally and is always there for him. He attends every soccer match and plays with them. Hashtag a dose of care. Yes, I love it. And we've got Virginia on the line. Virginia, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, you're winners! Go on, celebrate!
It's still early. She hasn't. She just woke up, Virginia. Congratulations, you are the winner. How does it feel to be? How does it feel to be a winner? I know it's very early in the morning. We are excited. We are so happy for you.
I'm very
How does it feel?
I'm happy.
How are you getting the kids going to be celebrating? Obviously, your husband sounds like an incredible father, of course, and he definitely seems like someone that needs to be celebrated this Father's Day. But what you guys have planned for the day?
We are going to cook for him and make him a gift hamper and watch his favorite series with him.
Beautiful.
Send us lots of pictures. Hopefully you'll get some inspiration from the Culinary hotline right now. We're making some chicken livers. We're making everything. Virginia, congratulations to you and also to your husband. Like Raul said, he sounds like a phenomenal father and you guys are so blessed to have him. So enjoy this weekend. Enjoy spoiling him and don't forget to send us lots of pictures, okay?
Thank you.
Sweet, man.
I just love it. And of course, Mzansi, Father's Day is only 4 days away. So don't forget to squeeze them extra tight and let them know how much you truly do appreciate them. And of course, remember, there's still a chance for you to be the next winner. Just enter our Panado Father's Day competition. And if you're wondering how, here's exactly how to do it. Check it out.
Celebrate our dads and win. Catch Expresso to stand a chance to win a 2,500 Rand cash prize from Panado each weekday morning from the 6th to the 16th of June. Tell us what the best thing that your dad or husband does that makes him a phenomenal dad. Don't forget to include the competition hashtag a dose of care. Each day's competition closes at 10 a.m. and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. Yes, you are dialed into the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ding, ding, ding!
And yes, it is inspired by our fathers today. Of course, Father's Day is coming up this Sunday. So please join in on the discussion. Let us know what your Father's Day culinary inspiration is. What you're going to be making your beautiful dad this Father's Day. Let us know with a voice note on our WhatsApp line, 063-408-8863. So, buddy, I know that all of this produce is absolutely beautiful and amazing because it comes from Woolies, but what do you call a place that makes kind of okay products?
Okay.
A satisfactory.
A satisfactory!
Come on. Keep those dad jokes coming.
Jokes.
Come on, they are dad jokes, and that's what it's all about, man. But no, you can raise the game. So we got Melanie on the line right now. At least she sent us an inspired voice note this morning. Let's hear from her.
Hello, my name is Melanie Mzobe, and my husband's name is Victor Mzobe. And his favorite meal for Father's Day would be a big fat Texan steak.
Whoa.
With some nice potato bake and veggies.
Whoa, you had me on Texan.
You see, the thing is that we're simple. We're simple and easy to please.
And really simple, some of us.
Really simple,
really
some of us.
Simple.
But that's the thing, though, and I feel like the recipes you do today are also pretty simple. It's for dad, but also I'm really planning this out because I want the dads to watch it so they can add this to their arsenal, and this can be like something they can be like. When dad's cooking, you know, he's going to make that, like, there's 3 things he can make. And all 3 of those things are going to be amazing.
Well, that's the danger here is if you're going to make something that dad makes for himself and thinks he's really good at, you've got to come in from another angle. That's why I like the livers. The Texan steak's a difficult one because I don't let anyone else cook a steak in my house. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You man the grill, it's yours.
But it's not to say we can't inspire you with something from a different lens, like a trincado. Of course, using beautiful quality steak. And what I've liked about both of these recipes, in fact, I think liver's most economical protein, one of the most.
Yes.
And now we're taking one steak and we're turning it into, well, 2 steaks. And turning it into a meal for 2-3 people.
That's the thing. And you can use a less tender cut. We're making a trincado. You can use a less tender cut. And the trick is actually to season your meat like 24 hours in advance.
Okay.
It's almost like a dry brine when you add salt to it, but the meat starts to break down. It becomes a lot more tender. And you can now use it for something that you would normally have to use something like a big chunk of sirloin or rump. You can now use a Texan steak and you'll get the same result.
Absolutely beautiful.
The one thing that's so important, regardless what cut you use, is, like I said, my tip is actually cube it and then season it like way ahead of time.
Okay.
Take it out the fridge. Like it's winter. Your meat's fine to set on the counter for like 3 hours. It's not going to reach the temperature where it becomes dangerous.
Where it starts to build bacterial load or whatever, So
what you want is that almost room temperature meat.
Completely, and it does make a difference. I mean, honestly, Guy, I follow your play-by-play with every steak that I cook. I follow that principle of the difference between a steak that you were cooking at home and a restaurant steak is the seasoning. It's salting that puppy before you let it rest, and then obviously letting it rest after the fact. But here, Slightly different cooking process, but you still want to make sure that you treat the meat well and you sear in that flavor. But when I say flavor, there is a lot of flavor.
There's a lot of flavor. There's a lot of flavor. I'm actually going to need your help for a second.
I'm ready.
Got some red onion in front of you. What I want you to do is you can take the bottoms off of that now.
Okay.
The bottoms are the little, I call them like the little butts that keep it all together. Okay,
Sure.
you can take that off. Now you can turn bottom cut facing you.
Okay.
Right. There we go. And now start slicing thin little slices for me.
Okay.
What happens when you slice the onions this way is you're actually working against the grain of the onion, but you're not going to cry as much as well. You're going to keep that sweetness inside the onion, and when you cook it, that sweetness comes out. I just find the onions tend to be a little sweeter. They just
And especially with a red onion, you want to capitalize on the fact that it is naturally sweet.
It is naturally sweet, and it's all about the preparation ahead of time. So,
not one tear, man, not one tear.
Not one tear. So I've got my steak looking good, and you just want to get like a proper brown sear in. The part of the flavor of the trinchado is actually the flavor of the meat. So get that going. Once you've got that, we've got a little bit of flame going there. We're going to actually, now we're going to get some serious flame. Are you ready, G?
I'm ready, man.
This is optional. This is optional.
Wait.
Okay, we actually are, wait. That was, if you're wondering what was that little blur across the screen? And again, it's G.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, this is a little brandy. If you're going to flambe over an open flame, here's the thing. Take the pan, just shift it to the side. Okay? Add your brandy.
Whoa.
And now go back. Okay? If you had to do that, directly over that, there's a good chance you're going to actually catch fire.
And lose your eyebrows.
You want to do that. So you take the pan off.
That was a close call, eh?
Okay.
So obviously, we do this with adult supervision.
Riles on the side. The adults is here.
Exactly.
We have
some
supervision.
grown-ups into the kitchen to make sure.
So
and what does that do, if you don't mind me asking?
It flavors it. And you can come smell this now. It's like a sweet, meaty, nutty, caramelized flavor that's in there. The alcohol's gone, right? So I'm going to add a little more to it. A little bit of red wine.
Safety first.
Safety first. This is fine. This is not going to catch so much. Every time you add alcohol, what you really want to do is you want to evaporate the alcohol. Alcohol's bitter, and you're going to taste it in there.
It's not a great flavor. We don't.
But the aromas are what you want. Okay. So again, let that cook down. Then we're going to go in with butter. We'll add more butter in the end. Garlic, rosemary.
Ooh.
Okay. What's also nice is if you're cooking on like a kettle braai or charcoal outside, you get a cast iron pan.
Yeah.
You'll be showing off. They'll be like, hey, G.
Look, that might be like, honestly, one of the best Father's Day gifts you can get Papa is a pan, a cast iron pan that he can use on a stovetop, in an oven, and on a braai. Honestly, that'll be a game changer, I think, for me.
Absolutely. Bay leaves.
Bay leaves, of course.
Bay leaves, G's onions.
Yeah.
So what I would have done is, before I added the garlic and the butter, I would have added your onions so they have a chance to cook down.
Through.
Okay, so get that in there. This is going to look, it's already smelling so good.
Thanks for not touching my bottom.
I didn't touch
bottoms.
your bottoms. You can use that for some compost for later. Okay, some thyme goes in. Have I got everything? The last thing you want to do is hit it with a bit of acidity. The acidity comes from red wine vinegar.
Okay.
Okay, but I want pepper, like no playing. I want a lot of pepper.
Yeah.
Don't hold back. When it comes to trinchado, I like a lot of pepper. Like I said, I've seasoned my meat earlier, a little bit now. This is so quick.
I mean, but it's the most, man. You've layered, I mean, there are about 8 layers of flavor working through that beautiful, very complex little trinchado. But it's like you say, it's almost throw it all together.
Get it together.
Absolutely love
and
it.
you want to work quickly because you don't want to overcook the steak. You don't need to go tough. So once it starts bubbling, everything's looking like it's doing the thing it's supposed to. We're going to get a little bit of cream.
Ooh.
The colors are going to come together. A little bit of butter. Boom. Once the butter melts and gets in there, you're done. You're done. So what I do is, once it comes to a rapid boil like this, give it a mix. If those colors start settling, let the last little bit of butter melt at the table. Just take the whole dish. Take the whole dish.
And let it chill.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as that meat rests, or mests, as meat rests, it's going to draw in all of that beautiful flavor. Absolutely magical. A lot of ingredients went into that. Really simple to make, though. If you would like that full recipe list, head over to expressoshow.com. Then we love to get your voice notes in. What are you cooking for Dad? What jokes are you telling Dad? How do you feel about your dad? Let us know. 0634088863. Any culinary conundrums ahead of Father's Day, Chef Clem is ready to answer. We'll see you in a moment. Beautiful, man.
Mzansi, welcome back, you beautiful souls, and it's time to celebrate. And of course, in celebration of Youth Day, which, as a reminder, is happening tomorrow. If you didn't know, check your diaries. Well, we are joined this morning by a talented young group of musicians called AmaLolo. Now, the group is made up of students from grade 10 to 12 and brings sweet melodies of the marimba instruments, from reimagining traditional songs to fresh new age music. Now, this is just a little taste of what this group is all about. Enjoy. Jiggle stuck in me already, man. It's in the shoulders. Yeah.
You know what? It's a talent. A talent that you can do the same dance moves on every single song, but
always different.
Here to tell us more about the band is international African instrumentalist Skyglider, as well as band members Zintle Lujabe and Sarah Gonzi. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank
How are we
you for
doing?
having us. Good, very good.
Firstly, can I steal that jacket? Because, wow, you just won the wardrobe today. You won it.
What did you say about swag?
Swag is forever.
Swag
is forever.
Guys, welcome to the couch. I mean, the girls have been giggling all morning. They are so excited to be here, and we are so happy that you're here. But Sky, why did you get involved with the band?
So I studied African music at UCT, but before that, I actually learned to play marimbas in high school myself, and that led me to actually wanting to learn more about African instruments, therefore going and studying further, and then becoming the Skyglider that I became. And through that, and becoming an African instrumentalist, I learned that I have now a responsibility to pass it down to the rest of the youth, just like it was passed down to me. So I thought, what better way to start than where I started, to start teaching at schools. And then I came across Herschel, and and I was ready to make some change, create some change with what was happening with the marimba culture at the school. And since then, it's been amazing.
Oh, I'm feeling like I'm grateful that you did that. Like, you shared the love and you used your passion for something, and it's brought all these incredible women out here to share that passion now as well, which is passed on from you. Zintle, maybe I can ask you this question. The biggest and most beautiful smile on the couch right now. I just can't hide it. What is it that drew you to marimba? Because for me, I mean, these natural, authentic sounds, I'm a sucker for that. I love it. It kind of transports you to the islands, as I like to say. But what was that reasoning for you? Because I know there's so many. What got you really passionate about it and kind of brought you to the couch?
For me, I've never played marimbas before, and I just wanted to try something new. And like, marimbas was like the place to start for me, and I fell in love with it.
Excited. Keep smiling, like Ralph says, keep smiling. I also want to say this, Guy, you're probably the most swagged out teacher ever. I wish you were my teacher. Sarah, you as well, you're part of this amazing band, and you guys recently took part in the Eisteddfod. What was that like? What was the experience like being able to do this with this group of women?
It was just so amazing to feel a part of something and to like watch all the other schools do it with us, and it was very special.
Oh, love that. Look, maybe I can ask you this, guy, as well. I mean, it's not just music that you're playing here. It's not just a passion, but it's also uplifting communities and the youth on top of that. With Youth Day being a big prevalent day tomorrow, what do you think is the most important thing, and why is it so important to keep getting kids and the youth involved in music?
Okay, thank you for that question. I really think it's so important because kids get stressed out. We think as adults that the kids don't get stressed out, but kids get really stressed out. And sometimes music and art is a way of escaping sometimes everyday stresses, just family stresses, friendship stresses, you know. These things are big things to young people, and we sometimes ignore that and we think everything is okay. So when it comes to music, music is able to provide a safe space, and even I would imagine that my classes provide a safe space for my students as well, and just spaces for you to engage with people that you never thought you would engage with, to learn about things that you never thought you'd understand in life. And I think music teaches you, and it offers that opportunity for us to just grow and become better people. And that's what it did for me. So that's why I think it's really important for the youth to get involved in music, to get involved in whatever you can do around you. If you can teach other people. If you need to learn. There's so many platforms now for people to learn, you know, different things and music and art. So just to do it, yeah. I'd definitely encourage the youth to get involved.
I never thought about it like that. Sorry to jump on this, but I didn't think about that. But the minute you said it, I realized how important that actually is, because how many spaces do we actually have which we can nurture kids and allow them to freely express themselves without external impact. And I'm so grateful that you've created that, and I'm so grateful to see the product of that as well. And I mean, when I think of one woman on their own, that's power, that's immense capability. But when you put a group of women together, dang! Watch out, we've got incredible performances coming your way, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Incredible woman all the way from Herschel doing something special, and of course you get to get first seats to see all the magic. So don't go anywhere. These incredible souls are going to be performing for us, and yeah, this is something you do not want to miss. We're going to take you straight to the islands, give you that authentic feel, and of course keep the magic flowing. Let's do just that now. Let's check in with G. Let's head back to the kitchen.
Did you manage to bring an island voice into that one as well? Scottish accent, dude. Come on, man. I would imagine right now there are a lot of very proud fathers of amazing daughters, and we've got those daughters about to perform for you in just a moment, so stick around for that. But of course, it is Father's Day this Sunday. We've asked you to send in your very best dad jokes to our WhatsApp line, and we're going to open up our account with our very first voice note now, and let's see if this stands up. Let's take a listen.
Hi guys, so I don't trust stairs. They are just always up to something.
Then we got one from Neil in Cape Town. Let's see if he can raise the game.
Good morning, Expresso. I hope you guys are well. So my dad joke is, how do cows stay up to date? They read the moose paper. Have a great day.
Very good. We've got Amber dropping us this little dad joke. Let's take a listen.
Most popular fish in the ocean, a starfish.
Yes, because it's a star. Let's see what Mariska had to say. This is her dad joke.
Why do you call someone a can't stick with the diet? A deserter.
Let's squeeze in one more this morning from Gordon.
Hi guys, this is another one before I go to school. Why
Thanks.
was the tomato blushing? Because he saw the salad dressing.
I think we have a winner. Gordon, you little legend. Go and tell that to everybody. Tell that to your teachers today. Please keep those dad jokes coming. 0634088863. We want the very best, funniest and silliest dad jokes out there. We'll see you for more Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. After this. Welcome back, you beautiful souls. This morning on our culinary hotline, bling,
ding, ding, ding.
We are tackling all of your conundrums and sharing your favorite recipe inspirations for Father's Day. So, of course, Father's Day is this Sunday, and if you have any questions for our gorgeous Chef Clem, please join in on the discussion. Send that voice note right now to our WhatsApp line at 0634088863. And I think let's open up the session with a voice note and let's see if we can help this poor soul. Let's hear what they had to say.
Good morning, Expresso Show. This is Maspulela all the way in Johannesburg. And I wanted to ask a question because I am struggling in the kitchen. I wanted to ask, what type of cheese do you normally use for mac and cheese? Because I've been struggling for years and I've given up.
What kind of cheese does she use to make a cheese sauce?
I hope so. It sounded like she said to make for mac and cheese, of course. Easy,
all right,
peasy.
got you.
Mac and cheesy, easy peasy. I got it, man.
You got this. Okay, so G, why are you doing that? So when it comes to making a cheese sauce, what you're looking for is essentially the cheese that's going to flavor your cheese sauce. So you're going to make your bechamel first, and we've got so many videos and recipes on making your bechamel sauce on the Expresso website. Then your cheese. There's no limit, G. You can use whatever you like. My rule is I go for something that's got a nice, sharp flavor. Okay. So I do something like either a blue cheese or something like a mature Emmental, or like something that's gonna give you like really nutty.
Even a well-aged cheddar.
Absolutely.
For me, it's the ultimate nuttiness, I think.
Absolutely. Then what I normally do is then I add something that's a little creamier. So then I'll go for maybe a mild white cheddar. I combine cheese. I don't like just doing one. I'm trying to think of a cheese that you can't use for
You're not cheesist. You're not cheesist.
I'm not a cheesist.
No, you're not.
No. All cheese. Perfect. So what I normally say is if you want to get that cheesy flavor but only use one cheese, use a mature white cheddar. I just find that the flavor and the color looks beautiful. You get some nice nutty flavors coming through. Talking about nutty, my secret to any cheese sauce, the smallest little bit of fresh nutmeg, or a little bit of nutmeg.
I've heard you say that before.
It adds flavor.
Sneaky.
But you
very sneaky.
You don't know where it comes from. It just tastes really good. So definitely mature.
And crisp up that cheese on the top of your mac and cheese. I'm sorry, I'm like all about that. You've got to have a little bit of crisp. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. What am I making here? What am I doing?
You are creaming our our butter and our sugar for our Death by Chocolate cake.
Oh.
So very, very important for the creaming process. You want to get your butter and your sugar work together until it changes color, becomes a lot lighter.
It's starting to go quite blonde.
So here's the thing, though. It's winter, so this butter was softened earlier, but it's so cold it firmed up again. What you do is work with softened butter. It makes life so much easier. Gee, you can turn up the speed a little bit. While you're doing that, I'm going to go in with eggs, okay? One at a time. We can do this. One.
I'm going maximum.
It's looking so good. No one's gotten covered in cake mixture yet.
Yeah.
Two. And you want to do it one at a time. What happens is when you do one at a time, you're more likely to start breaking down the sugar granules. Okay? So I like that method. You're doing good? Cool. Okay.
Then I had this little realization, the whole time I thought it was my dryer that was shrinking my clothes. It turns out it was the refrigerator the whole time, right?
It's the refrigerator. Also, when you wash your hair, you need to wash your hair standing over the basin.
Okay.
Because the instructions clearly say on a shampoo bottle, adds body, adds volume. And you think about it, if you stand up straight and you wash your hair, all that shampoo is running down your body. That's why you got the volume. Wash your hair over the basin. Don't leave the shampoo in your body.
It's so soft and conditioned.
Yes, okay, so it's over the basin from now on. Okay, I love it. Okay, how you doing?
It's looking beautiful, dude. I've no idea what it's supposed to look like.
Okay, you can stop now for a second.
But it's starting to look like...
That's what you want. That's what you want. So
something that Zoe would absolutely adore. I would imagine she would
just go with it?
Straight,
just go with it. Okay, so what you're going to do now is we've got baking powder and we've got some flour. I also added a bit of salt to that. I am using salted butter, but with chocolate I do add a little extra salt in there. Okay. So, baking powder goes in there with the salt. We're going to add that. So what I would normally do, but I'm not seeing it now. Normally you would actually melt.
Like a Bain-Marie vibe.
Bain-Marie vibe? No, in like just boiling water actually, you know? Okay, got some cocoa.
Boil.
Got some chocolate chips. And this is just chocolate that we chunked up ourselves. You don't have to specifically go and buy chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Just get a chocolate, chop it up. Coffee.
Whatever. Ooh, nice. Whichever chocolate's on special that day, I'm going to say.
Right. But you want to go kind of milky or dark color, okay? So I'm going to start adding the flour.
Okay, am I back in with this guy?
And you're back in there. You're gonna add it gradually. So boiling water goes over this mixture and everything's gonna come together like a perfect brown little mixture. So we set it aside for a little bit while we add in the flour. We're looking good, looking good. So now I need everybody to imagine at home that we have got the boiling water over this.
Beautiful, mixed.
Okay? And you're doing a good job. You want to work at a slow speed. You can even stop and start using a wooden spoon or a spatula at this point to like fold it through. Then we add our chocolate mixture. I'm fast forwarding now so we can actually get it done. There we go.
And ta-da.
There we go. I'm gonna pop this to the side.
Can we put these in a bag and keep them for Zoe?
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna send them to a radio studio at lunchtime, just for her. Oh my goodness.
Just for her. Okay. We've got the 2 cakes. We divided the batter into 2, and then we've got 2 layers. G.
Yes.
Here's the thing. What I like doing is I like turning my cake upside down. If I need to trim it, I'll take a little bit of that off. But you know what? I'm not that fussed. It's okay. It's gonna look beautiful. I just want to work with the surface that's as flat as possible.
Okay.
Then, super simple. Cocoa, icing sugar, and cream for the simplest frosting, okay? There you go, my G.
Easy peasy.
You're gonna work on that. I'm gonna give you, here you go. You can add, so I know I would normally give you a lot more icing, but let's just work a little bit.
How thick?
Give me a little bit of a sandwich, but keep a little bit for the top, okay?
All right, beautiful. Look at that.
Here we go. I've got my boiling water salon while you're busy with that. So, there we go, there we go. So I've noticed something, and yes, it's happening. It's happening. When Graham focuses, just keep an eye on him. The tongue comes out.
Oh, for sure.
Those kids that did that in high school, where are you at now?
Do you know that?
Because I know G's here.
I did it all through Strictly as well. Lindsay was reminding me, that's like every dance, about just fix your face, fix your...
Is that why your tongue was out your mouth in Strictly? No, because he's a married man.
Yeah, that was like
so clearly there was another reason as well.
Let's give it a little bit more.
Okay, lovely. You can prop it with your
All right, while we
sandwich.
do this, we're going to listen to another voice note. Let's see if this is a culinary conundrum or a really good dad joke. Let's have a listen.
Please assist me with how to make a nice sauce for Borevos roll, homemade Borevos roll, or homemade burgers. Just make them taste nicely.
100%.
Like in the restaurants, please.
Okay.
Got you.
Well, we've got a secret agent here. This is the guy who came from the restaurants to us, okay? So he teaches us how to do it. A great sauce for Brie rolls or for burgers to take it to another level.
Let's do burgers quickly because it's the simplest one ever. Mushrooms, they add beefy flavor. And when you're making a burger, the idea is to harness as much beefy flavor as possible. Gee, I'm passing this to you while you go. So what I like doing is I like doing a quick and easy mushroom sauce for my burgers. Mushrooms into a pan with a little bit of butter, a little bit of oil, get a proper sear on it like you would on a steak.
Okay.
Then a lot of pepper, be over generous with it. A little bit of rosemary and garlic. Once that garlic becomes fragrant, you know that everything else in the pan, the rosemary's nice and toasted, everything else is looking good. Add a bit of cream. Simple. Cook it down, pour that over your burger. For a Borevos roll, a little bit of onion, a little bit of chutney, when you combine the two, you kind of get a monkey gland sauce. So I'm going to find out. We've got the recipe on the Expresso website. Check out a monkey gland sauce. It's something that's so South African, and it is one of the best sauces you can ever have in a Borevos roll. So go and check out the monkey gland sauce recipe on the Expresso website. And then also, check out we've got a nice, easy mushroom sauce. Go check out that recipe as well.
Dad will thank you. Dad will thank you. Keep those voice notes coming. And you can, of course, find this cake recipe on expressoshow.com. It's a death by chocolate, but hopefully it's going to bring you alive on Sunday morning come Father's Day. We're going to keep the Father's Day celebrations going, but right now, let's get into those news headlines. More, I said, more.
Oh, well played, gentlemen. It looks absolutely delicious. And of course, it's just about to go in the hour. And that means it's time to take a look at the news once again. And starting on national fronts, the online appointment system of the Department of Home Affairs will be expanded soon. Now, I know every South African out there is going to love this one. And Deputy Minister Njabulo Nzuza says the plan is to implement the system at 43 large Home Affairs offices this month and later this year at 35 smaller offices. Now, Nzuza says people who have appointments online will be helped first. And he stressed that people who just show up at the offices will not be turned away. However, people who make online appointments will receive a cell phone message confirming the time and place of their appointment. Well, sticking to local news now, and Justice Minister Ronald Lamola says the National Prosecuting Authority, otherwise known as the NPA, is compiling an extradition request for the Gupta brothers Atul and Rajesh. Now, this is in terms of the extradition treaty between SA and the United Arab Emirates. Now, the Gupta brothers were arrested in Dubai a little over a week ago for alleged money laundering and fraud. Now, Lamola said the government is determined to conclude the process as quickly as possible, but warned that extradition could be a protracted legal process. Well, from our national news headlines, we now move over to international news and reporting from the World Health Organization, who says the following. Now, it says that it will soon come up with a new name for monkeypox. Now, this after more than 30 scientists wrote last week about the urgent need for a non-discriminatory and non-stigmatizing name for the virus and the disease it causes. Now, continued reference to the virus as African is both inaccurate and discriminatory, as this was being said, and some 1,600 cases of the disease have been recorded globally in recent weeks. Now, no deaths have been reported in the newly affected 32 countries. Now, reporting next from Rwanda, who says the deal to relocate asylum seekers from the UK to East African country is neither immoral nor a punishment. Now, this responding to a global outcry about the deal, government spokesperson Yolanda Makolo said it needed to be given a chance as a solution to illegal immigration. Now, Africa is not a place of problems, it's also a place of solutions, she says, and she also told this to journalists in the capital in Kigali. Now, she also said that she was proud that Rwanda was providing a safe haven for people who need it. Now, news on a more interesting note and possibly alarming for some fans. Kim Kardashian has been dragged by fans of the late Marilyn Monroe after images revealing how she damaged the actress' iconic dress have gone viral. Now, fans of Marilyn Monroe have put Kim Kardashian and the museum which lent her Monroe's iconic dress all on blast. Now, this after she caused, and quote, permanent damage to the garment. Now, the reality TV star courted controversy from critics when she arrived at the Met Gala in the stunning gold gown once worn by the screen siren. Now, Monroe wore the iconic dress to the birthday party of the late President John F. Kennedy in Madison Square Garden on the 19th of May, 1962, where she infamously performed Happy Birthday, Mr. President. Now, pictures taken by professional photographer Chad Michael Morissette showed the dress with visible damage, torn and stretched fabric, and missing beads. Now, this following Kim Kardashian's return of it to the museum after the Met Gala, and the dress, designed by Jean-Louis, was loaned by Kardashian by the Ripley Museum, which paid $5 million for it at the auction. Now, Morissette said in an Instagram post, and quoted, "To see what Kim Kardashian did in the damaging of an iconic dress is heartbreaking," unquote. While we wish that that dress can be repaired and much of the esteemed joy behind it, but for now, though, this is the latest that I have for you when it comes to the news, and G is standing by to give you the latest when it comes to the sport.
Thank you so much. Well, let's start with cricket first. Bowlers Harshal Patel and Yuzvendra Chahal, they helped India stay alive in the T20 series against South Africa with a crushing 48-run win. That was in their third match playing out yesterday. So after the hosts were invited to bat first, openers Ruturaj Gaikwad and Ishan Kashan scored 57 and 54 respectively to put on a 97-run stand for that first wicket and guide the hosts to a competitive 179 for 5. Then Harshal, who returned his best T20 figures, in fact, of 4 for just 25, and Chahal shared 7 wickets to bowl out the South African outfit for 131. That means India bounced back from their opening 2 losses. Now the 4th T20 will happen on Friday and, of course, carries a bit more weight. Then staying with cricketing news, very positive from a South African perspective, as the Proteas women, inspired by Laura Goodall and Andri Steyn, confirmed a series win over Ireland with 1 match to go. That was after clinching yet another commanding 9-wicket triumph in that second of 3 ODIs. Ireland, they posted a competitive score of 213 for 8 in their allotted 50 overs. Shabnim Ismail was the standout bowler, in fact taking 3 for 31. Then South Africa produced an emphatic reply as top order batters Steyn scored 84, not out, and then Goodall does what she does, reached an unbeaten 93 to lead the charge for the visitors and lock up that result with 68 balls to spare. Tip our hats once again to our Proteas ladies. Then we move on to football. Wow, Hungary thrashing a dreadful, no other way to describe them, England 4-0 away last night to go top of the Nations League group. A brace from Roland Salai, as well as late strikes from Zolt Nagy and Daniel Gast. They ensured that the Three Lions suffered their worst home defeat since 1928, and they're now bottom of their group. Then there were no such problems for Germany as they romped to a 5-2 win over Italy. Timo Werner on the score sheet there with 2 in 2 minutes, in fact, with goals also coming from Joshua Kimmich, Ilkay Gundogan and Thomas Müller. In the Netherlands, they cemented top spot in their group after edging out Wales 3-2. Gareth Bale looked to have secured a 2-2 draw with his equaliser in the 90th minute, but then Memphis Depay popped up with a dramatic late winner just a minute later. Then some fantastic news on the tennis front. Serena Williams will make her return to Grand Slam tennis at Wimbledon this month. That was after being given a wild card entry to the singles draw. So the 40-year-old American, who is a 23-time Grand Slam singles champion, has not played since injuring herself in the first round at SW19 last year. She'll make her return to tennis, playing doubles at Eastbourne. That's alongside an exciting prospect, Tunisia's Ons Jabeur, in the week before Wimbledon. Then she'll compete at the All England Club, where she is a 7-time singles champion. Now, she won her last Wimbledon title back in 2016, but did reach the final in 2018 and 2019 after returning from maternity leave. She last won a Grand Slam singles title at the 2017 Australian Open. So good to have one of the best ever back on the grass courts again. If you missed any of those headlines, we'll touch on them again at 8 o'clock right now. Let's bring you up to speed with the weather.
Thank you so much, G, for that sports update. However, this morning we have a new angle on climate change. In a bid to curb it, New Zealand has unveiled a plan to tax sheep and cattle burps, thereby aiming to tackle one of the country's largest sources of greenhouse gases. Now, it would make it the first nation to charge farmers for the methane emissions from the animals that they keep. New Zealand has some 10 million cattle and 26 million sheep. Almost half of the country's total greenhouse gas emissions come from agriculture, mainly methane. However, agricultural emissions have previously not been included in New Zealand's emissions trading scheme, which has been criticised by those calling for the government to do more to stop global warming. Under the proposal, farmers will have to pay for their gas emissions from 2025. The money raised from the scheme will be invested in research, development, as well as advisory services for farmers. Then from climate news to those beautiful sunrise views, our regular photographer Nancy Govender kicks off our 7 a.m. update with this incredible shot from her stroll on the beach as she captured the sun rising over the ocean. Then we also had this one from Diana van der Schyff, who started her morning on the same note as she started her day overlooking the ocean with clear blue skies. We have FOMO right now, so jealous that you get to start your day on that note, but we absolutely love seeing it. That being said, here are your temperatures for the rest of the country. For you, Polokwane, do expect a low of 3 that will peak at 20. For you, Mbombela, it is a range of 7 to 27, as well as for you, Pretoria, sunshine is coming your way with a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 16. Johannesburg, for you, your low is 0 with a high of 12. Mahikeng are coming in with a low of -2 that will peak at only 16 degrees, as well as for you, Klerksdorp, do expect a range of -3 and a high of 13. Kimberley, for you, partly cloudy conditions are expected with a range of -3 that will peak at 11. Bloemfontein as well, -7 is your low with a high of 11. And then Richards Bay can be seen with a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 19. Pietermaritzburg, for you, it is 2:15. Durban can be seen with a range of 9 to 19 and a 99% chance of rain on this Wednesday, as well as Mthatha, for you, it is 2:15. East London, 9:17. Craddock can be seen with a low of -4 and a peak of 12, as well as for GQ Gqeberha, your range is 8 to 14. George can be seen with a range of 5-14 as well. The mother city Cape Town ranging from 6 to 15 with only a 40% chance of rain today, and then Worcester coming through with a minimum of 4 and a maximum of 13. Sutherland, for you, it is -3 today that will only peak at 6 degrees, and then last but definitely not least, Uppington ranging from 0 to 15. Well, that is where I leave your 7 a.m. weather update here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Jamie Dominic. Let me tell you just how excited I am. Yes, because it's about that time. These beautiful women are standing by. AmaLolo. It's a group that are going to take us to the islands and give us that authentic feel of the marimba. So don't go anywhere, Mzansi. And of course, the Father's Day entertainment will carry on the show. So much magic coming your way. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you in just a bit. Get ready.
Your generosity can ignite a love for reading amongst our youth. Share your homegrown story. See Cadbury Story Edition packs. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, everybody. Now, our next guest is best-selling author Malusi Chabalala, a man really connecting South Africa by culture. Now, he's the author of Malusi's Everyday Zulu, Magenge, We Need to Talk, and his latest book aimed at young readers titled Gogo Magic and Her Magic Food Truck. It really is a celebration of the magic of Gogos and also an acknowledgement of the critical role they play in the lives of South Africa's children. Malusi is connecting with us to tell us more this Youth Month. Malusi, good morning. How are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
Good. It looks like you're very cold where you're from. Is it cold that side?
It is quite cold here in Joburg. My house is also quite cold, but the heater is on. Hopefully it will get warmer.
And you are warming all of our hearts with this beautiful book that you just wrote. I mean, you've become a bit of a cultural and literary activist, putting the two together to create what I would like to say your very own brand. Why has that become so important to you?
I think, the word that I'd use for that, it has a lot to do with empathy, right? Being able to understand and share in other people's feelings. And so, I feel that as a country, we need to be more empathetic towards each other. And that's who I am by nature. And then I use my writings to try and connect and also spread this idea of being a more empathetic society.
I love that. And like I mentioned, your latest book really is an ode to Gogos and also the relationship dynamic with their grandkids. What aspects of that relationship did you want to highlight in this book?
Look, okay, let me just take a step back. In South Africa, the Gogo dynamic is quite an interesting one because you have loads of children whose parents leave home or parents have passed away who are raised by their grandmothers on very little, right? And those grandmothers don't get much support. So I was trying to highlight that on one end. And on another end, we are a society that, again, relies heavily on modern day migrant labor. So if you look at kids, for instance, in the area where I live in Fourways, a lot of the families here, the young families here, are from various parts of the country and even outside of South Africa. So you have children who are living in families without grandmothers. And again, they're losing on that grounding nature of grandmothers, that grounding energy that grandmothers bring into the family. And so for me, it is about reminding us and those who are able to go home and go see their grandparents or their mothers and take their children to their grandmothers to do so as often as possible. And those who do have access to their grandmothers to cherish them and celebrate them.
I can see this is something that you're very passionate about, but I want to give our viewers a bit more context with regards to Gogo Magic. It is the hero of the story. It uses her magical powers to zip around the country, spreading love, traveling in a magic food truck, a literal form of her feeding the bodies and souls of the children that she encounters. What was it like writing your first children's book and also changing things to a more, like I would like to explain it, a more relaxed writing style?
Yeah, look, I mean, it was never something I thought I would ever do, right? Writing a children's book. I never figured myself as one who has it in him. And as you say, a more relaxed writing style, because my other two books are quite grown up. But I'm a father, right? I'm a dad. So I thought, you know what, I really would like to write something that my children at this age that they're at can relate to, whereas my other books, I mean, I've got an older boy who's 19, so he relates more to my other books, but I just wanted to write something for younger kids. So I thought, let me give it a shot. And also, I mean, my mother, rather, who is my children's grandmother, is a great inspiration to me with the way she really is active in their lives and loves them. So it's also specifically a celebration of her.
And what was it about the magic food truck that you also wanted to highlight in the book?
So, Magic is actually my mother's name, right? So that is her name in her ID document. So the beginning, the premise was it's gonna be about magic. And then I thought, you know, feeding, food is essential to our very existence. So if you're gonna have this grandmother that's touching the lives of children and families across the country in this book, then she should feed them, and storytelling is a part of it as well. So I said, if she's going to be traveling, feeding people, she has to have a food truck, and it can't be driven, obviously, because that wouldn't be practical. So I said, wait a minute, her name is Magic, so she must use magic to make this truck zip around the country.
Malusi, keep writing, keep inspiring not only the tweens, not only the youngsters, but also everyone out there. Your first children's book, you should be so proud, and we are so proud. And we're so happy that we got to connect with you this morning. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Now listen up, Mzansi. The book is written for tweens and early teens and is available in print as well as on ebook. Go out and get yourself a copy. However, we are doing a book giveaway of Gogo Magic and her magic food truck. All you need to do is answer this simple question. If your Gogo had a superpower, what would it be? Very simple. All you have to do is share your answer on Expresso's Facebook page. The terms and conditions do apply, and they can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. However, the competition will be closing at 12 o'clock on Thursday, which is tomorrow, the 16th of June, from magic in stories to creating magic for your dad this Father's Day.
A beautiful conversation indeed, and now let us get a beautiful occasion going, and that's, of course, inspiration for Father's Day this weekend. Now I'm joined by the very best. It's Neil Anthony in the building. How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. Yourself?
It's so good to have you here. Of course, we're doing something special. We're making some grilled lamb riblets.
Exactly.
This is perfect for Father's Day, right?
Because, super, yeah.
Remember, a lot of
Father's
dads...
Day, Mother's Day, any day.
Yeah, but dads also, they love to show off their grill skills.
Big
so
time,
I think you're going to be the inspiration for a lot of guys and gents out there that maybe want to show off. Or maybe
guys getting into the kitchen at the moment.
Yeah, man. So look, let's get straight into it. I see we've got our hero ingredient, Clover Classic. So I'm very interested to see how we're incorporating that into ribs.
I've got the yogurt, which we're going to make like a real nice sort of, almost like a, think about like a tzatziki but without any cucumber, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
going down that sort of road. So going down that sort of Greek Mediterranean style situation.
I like. Hey, that's quite fitting for the marimba band. It's like that island feel.
Yes, exactly.
Welcome
the island
to the
boys.
island. Yes. Okay.
So
let's do this, man.
Our lamb ribbiki's here. We just got to put some salt and pepper on there.
Okay.
A nice little mix around.
Nice and standard for now.
Exactly. Yeah. We've got some smoked paprika going on there. That's going to give us again a nice sort of smoky flavour.
Yeah.
Some cumin. Now, what we've done is we've toasted these spices beforehand to really sort of, you know, bring out all those super-duper flavours.
That enhances it, obviously, right?
Pardon?
The smoking enhances that flavour, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Nice.
So it gives it all that sort of beautiful flavour. So this is a nice sort of dry rub, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then we turn it into like a nice sort of little pasty sort of rub, which is great. So that really sort of sticks.
What was that? Some lemon juice?
That's some lemon juice.
Yeah.
And then we've got some real nice sort of chili paste here. You can roll with any sort of thing you like in there. You can do whatever you like. A little bit of sweetness. You can do a little barbecue sauce style on that.
Okay, so if you don't like the strength too much, then you can change that.
You can go sweeter on that if you like. Yeah, a little mustard vibe or something on there. And ideally, this you wanna. The nice thing with this is you can do it the day before. It only gets better and better.
Soak in.
Yeah, you want to do it. You want to give it at least sort of half an hour to an hour. best sort of night before, before you go to bed. Just do this, and then you got that ready to go in the morning. You can make me the dressing now. You can knock that up. So we've got some chopped mint there, which obviously goes really well with these sort of coriander, cumin flavors. Some fresh chopped mint, some fresh chopped coriander. Just pop it all in there, boom, boom, boom.
Coriander's going in, voila.
Bang, bang, bang.
We've got some onion there?
Spring onions, or some scallions, as they're called in some places. Yeah, and that's a garlic powder. You can use an onion powder.
Nice, I like that.
And again, it's really nice and sort of punchy and strong.
Too, yeah, and then you obviously got some lemon juice.
Then you got some lemon juice as well to cut that acidity. And then a couple of tablespoons
getting added to this as well.
Go for it,
the Clover Classic, which I've been waiting for and dying to figure out how we're actually going to be using this in this recipe. And let me talk to you more about this, because just stirring it up, it looks absolutely delicious.
And thick,
let me tell you, Clover Classic dairy snack, it's deliciously smooth and creamy. It's a dairy snack, and it gives you that creamy taste to anything delicious, like something with a little bit of spice to it as well. So, on top of that, it's a source of 10 vitamins and is available in various flavors, of which today we're making use of the plain flavor, because
I wouldn't go with the blueberry on this one.
I think the plain
lamb and blueberry not that well.
I'm just about finishing adding a cup into this, and it looks like, is this the garnish or the sauce, or what
this
is that?
Like a sort of like a
dip.
Yeah, like a dip almost. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so done. That was pretty quick, pretty simple as well.
Mix around.
How are you coming on your end over there?
Yeah, all good on my side. All good on my side. A nice little mix around there.
I was just thinking
this. A bit more, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
A tiny bit more.
I won't complain about that. Yeah. Definitely not going to say no to adding some more of this.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Neil.
Nice.
Yeah, finally approves.
Yeah.
All right, so pop that there. One thing I must say, dude, just having like the last less than 5 minutes with you, this is like fun. We're getting creative. Everybody's got a little bit
that's what cooking's supposed to be.
But to do in the kitchen, I think that can be replicated this weekend. Get the pops out here, make something special with him, make it a family occasion, and then voila, simple as that.
Make it fun. Yeah, no, I'm saying that's the sort of consistency you're looking for. It's a nice sort of, a nice sort of spread. You can either just serve this in a little bowl on the side, and you can dip it in there. Or what we've done is we've actually sort of made a nice sort of smear, and
fast forward into the future.
Exactly.
End up with something like this.
So yet again, you want a nice bit of char on those lamb chops to get that real nice sort of smoky flavour. And then yet again, you've got that just a nice bit of fresh rocket to sort of liven it up. And then we can take a bit more of this and just sort of pop it over the top. A little bit of olive oil, serve with a little lemon wedge or something like that.
What dad's going to complain about this, man? Neil coming through with the good stuff.
That's a snack, that's a meal, that's
Can
all
I
in
dig
one.
into this?
Yeah, get involved, mate.
Yes,
Rock and roll. Get your hands in there, mate. I don't know why we have knives and forks.
This is how we do it. This is the classic.
Exactly.
Well, I tuck into some Zanzi. Don't forget, you can, with obviously Clover Classic, stand a chance to win something special, and that's your share of 500,000 Rand in prizes. Yes, that's $500,000. Now, to enter, all you got to do is buy any Clover Classic custard, dairy snack, fat spread, or mayonnaise, and WhatsApp the till slip of your purchase to 074-909-0000. So that's 074-909-0000. And of course, your T's and C's apply and can be found at clover.co.za. Classic, timeless, the taste. Let me tell you, this is absolutely delicious. And of course, you want this inspiration from this recipe, you can head over to expressoshow.com. Neil Anthony, that was incredible, man. Thank you so much. I'm going to tuck into this.
Get involved.
That's a winner.
It's on.
Yes, nice, man.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.
Oh, you can make my day.
You can rest easy knowing someone's always watching out for you. Everflu C Immune Booster. We've got you covered.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we seem to be celebrating today. I'm absolutely loving this morning because it's all about Father's Day coming up this weekend and getting you inspired. And not just the dads, but also seeing the relationship with the kids as well. I'm actually loving that as well.
Absolutely. And we know that behind every great kid is a great dad, which is exactly what Grant Hinds aspires to be. So Sunday will be his first Father's Day.
Nice.
And we caught up with a terrific trio to see our tech guru in dad action. Let's take a look at this one.
Being a father, becoming a father is absolutely incredible. There's nothing like it. There's nothing in the world that can prepare you for it. The highs and lows, the ups and downs, the emotional roller coaster. It's such a life-changing experience. One of the biggest parts about becoming a father in this process of fatherhood is to be as present as possible, not only for your child, but also for your spouse. The mental stability and the emotional stability that your child is going to feel in the home is the responsibility of both partners. And it's not just this thing that's shipped off to the mom, which often it is. As fathers, we need to step up, not only for our children, but also for our partners who are raising our child with us.
What I love most about Grant as a father is that he's so attentive, and I think speaking to a lot of other moms, it's been quite an interesting thing to see because a lot of dads sometimes babysit the kids instead of actually being a father, and he's just dove in headfirst as a co-parent.
It's still early to notice, but Jamie's incredibly inquisitive. She's patient, I've noticed. And she's a lot calmer than I thought she was. And I think that she takes a lot of traits from her mom. I think she's gonna be a lot like her mom one day.
So our first Father's Day is coming up for him, which I think is really exciting. We just had my first Mother's Day, which he made really special. And for this one, we're going to spend it around some of my family, which is quite exciting because it's the first time we're all going to be together for Fathers of Fathers of Fathers of Father's Days. So we're going to have a few generations together, and I think it's going to be quite special to see.
When it comes to laundry, babies have really sensitive skin, so we use the Purity Baby Laundry Wash, and it really helps not only just make sure our clothes are soft, but we also use a lot of reusable diapers. And you know, we have to wash those, and we have to make sure that all the sensitive areas are looked after. I really love what Purity are doing with their products, and we feel really happy and confident using especially their creams in the house. You know, they're looking at the well-being of Jamie and putting her first, and that's really important to us. They're gentle on the skin, they've got no harsh or harmful products in them, and they smell quite nice too.
There are a few qualities about Grant that make him a really good dad. The first is his enthusiasm and excitement because he just wants to show her everything, which is really, really good for babies because they're just curious about our new world. The second thing is his compassion and his kindness, because you really have to be patient with babies, especially when they're having a bit of a bad day and they're just crying all of the time. And I'm really excited to celebrate Grant as a father. I know it's something that he said he wasn't particularly sentimental about, but we're going to bring him around to it. I think when he wakes up on the day and he just realizes, oh, I actually have this really special day for me now, he's going to really enjoy it.
In the evenings, every second day we bath her, and Purity's got some really great products that we use to look after her skin. And then we put her down to sleep for that initial sleep time until about 11 o'clock when it's her first feed. But that's our opportunity to have some breathing time. So the two things that I've learned being a dad is stick to routine. It's great for everybody in the household. hard for me as an individual. And the second thing is to, if you need to, take the baby out the house. Don't be scared to do that. You know, both partners need a break and baby needs to see the world.
My biggest hope for Jamie is that she grows up happy, she remains curious, and she just follows her dreams. And we are able to facilitate that for her.
My favorite time of the day with Jamie is when we're walking with her and she's just got that inquisitive moon face. She's looking around the neighborhood and just taking in the world and introducing it to something she's never seen before. And then it just becomes so overwhelming that she just drifts off to sleep in the pram.
Oh, come on. How cute is that? And I'm wishing that new family just nothing but love. And it looks like they seem to have all their ducks in a row for now. So definitely inspired by Grant Hinds there. For anybody else that is going to be doing Father's Day this weekend, we want to wish you nothing but love. And Grant Hinds, Amber, and of course, Jamie, wishing you and the family nothing but a beautiful day this weekend. And we're going to carry on with the Father's Day theme. So let's do that right now.
I hope you always know how much I love you. I hope that you never stop learning and growing. It all begins with purity.
Do you
Jamie,
think Grant Hinds has good dad jokes now that he's a father?
Oh, definitely. He's always been a dad joke kind of a guy. But, I mean, setting the jokes aside, I've been sitting out, I'm stressing out a little bit. The more I think about it, I can only remember 25 letters in the alphabet. I don't know why.
Oh, wow, wow.
Go on.
Next time, do like a joke flag, because, you know, sometimes it just goes over my head and I'm like, wow, what happened? But that's good, though.
This is Lindsay's life. This is her life, man. I'll try harder. No, that was a good one. Come on,
That was a good one.
Keep those dad jokes coming. We love them this morning. You put a smile on our dial. 0634088863 is the WhatsApp line. Drop us a voice note. But right now, let's make another person a winner.
Oh, yes, indeed. Now, we recently gave one lucky viewer the chance to win a Dry Nights hamper to the value of 3,000 Rand. And what better way to make this Wednesday even more wonderful than by announcing the winner? So can we get a drum roll,
for the 100th time this week, please? A massive, a huge congratulations to Khonse Mabuse! Oh, and she's gorgeous as well. Sure, congratulations. So we asked our viewers, you beautiful people out there, why you would love to win this hamper. And Khonse had this to say: I love this because my daughter can sleep the whole night through without any leaks and they don't cause any rashes, dryness, or itchiness. Hashtag dry nights, hashtag Expresso Shows on the money.
That is a winning comment right there. And we actually have her on the line right now. Good morning, Khonse. How are you doing?
She's the strong, silent type. Oh, my goodness. How gorgeous is that baby?
Oh, what? Look at that.
Oh, man. Khonse, are you there?
Yay! No,
Yay! Khonse, congratulations. A very good morning. Before we ask you how you're feeling, please can you introduce us to your gorgeous little baby? What's her name?
Her name is Kuto.
Aww.
She is, the whole studio has just melted into a puddle. She is absolutely gorgeous. So you are our winner this morning. 3,000 Rands worth of Dry Nights hamper is coming to you. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling so excited.
Yay.
But it's your winning comment that made you a winner this morning, and I'm sure the dread of leaking nappies is something every mom can relate to. I take it you're a Huggies Dry Nights fan then, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. And I can speak from my own experience with both my young kids. I mean, apart from having to wake up at 2 in the morning and then change all of the linen and baby's in the bed with you and you're wrapped in a towel, it can be a thing. So I understand why it's so important. I'm going to ask you a quite a deep question to drop at someone this time of the day. But looking at your gorgeous daughter, what is your favorite thing about being a mom?
Oh, my favorite thing about being a mom is bonding with her and seeing her growing up. Every moment, I enjoy every moment I spend with her.
Oh, and I can understand why. Those pictures are beautiful. You are blessed with this little one. And now you are sorted for, I would imagine, the next 3 months or so, because you have got those 3,000 rands worth of dry nights hamper coming your way. So congratulations, Honse. We are so happy that we could make you a winner this morning. Go and have the most amazing day, and please, on behalf of the Expresso family, send pictures and give a big smooch to those gorgeous, chubby little cheeks. She is beautiful. You're amazing. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Oh my word, she is so beautiful.
The little turban. You know what? Her answer was so amazing. I think I couldn't have answered that question better myself. That was amazing. Honse, once again, congratulations. You are a winner of a 3,000 Rand dry nights hamper for you and your little one to enjoy.
I hope you'll always know how much I love you. I hope that you never stop learning and growing. That you'll be brave and joyful and kind. And that one day, when you look at me and I look at you, we'll love the wonderful you that you've become. It all begins with purity.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it dialed in, especially if you're a dad. But now I'm not talking to the dad specifically. You can just roll over and go back to sleep or go to work. Right now we're talking to the rest of the family. And guys, dads deserve to be spoiled. It's just one day a year. So please make this Father's Day extra special by spoiling them with uniquely curated fashion gifts from Woolworths. You don't have to break the budget. Just put a bit of thought, creativity into it. And here to take us through all of the deserving spoils for Papa Bear is our fashion and beauty editor, Nox Mafu.
Yes.
You look great, man.
Thank you.
You always look so awesome.
Thank you. I have to show up for you guys.
You are the fashion editors. I know. So I'm going to hit you straight in the heart with this one. Why do you love your dad so much? Why do you want to celebrate him?
How much time do we have this morning?
Know.
I am obsessed with my father. He is one of the most reliable, kind-hearted people I've ever encountered in my life. Since I was a kid, like driving me to school, he has been so there for me. So this Father's Day, I have to let him know that I appreciate him. We even get like emotional. He's just so, he's really amazing. And I think it's so nice to be able to still celebrate him, you know, and have him around. So I think for Father's Day, I just really want to remind him that he is perfect, and I'm so grateful.
Do you know how he knows?
Yeah.
Because he's got a perfect He knows the work that he's done, Gil, but I love it. When you ask a person about their father, the first 3 words that they say give you the pillars of their whole ethos. It's amazing.
Exactly.
That reliability, that connection, absolutely love it. So before I get really emotional, let's talk about awesome things that we can give Dad. We've got such a beautiful kind of spectrum that you can look at to shop, and you don't have to spend a huge amount, but I like the word curated. So how do we begin this process?
I think it's about finding those, you know how you asked that question about who he is? It's about remembering who your father is. What does he need? What are the things that make him happy? So for me, like when you go to Woolworths, how can you curate a nice little gift hamper that will really make them feel good? And honestly, the trick to this thing is that these things are so affordable that you can put them together to make it look like a really grand prize. So you and your siblings can put in a little bit of money and you guys will have something amazing.
And then you get crinkle paper and you put it in between.
Exactly.
And then some
DIY 101.
some chuckles and you're sorted.
Exactly.
Okay, walk us through what we've got here.
Yeah.
And I've got to say straight off the bat, after our sleepy session the last time,
I'll kick it off.
I'm all about soft textures now. I'm understanding when you say feel good, I mean literally feel good.
Exactly.
Literally.
So let's maybe even start here. For like, they've got pure cotton boxes, which are great, made with really reliable and greatly sourced cottons, really great patterns also that are also trendy. So I think this is also just great. Great staples for underwear is always amazing. So I'd probably kick off with that. We've also got some amazing socks also that just look really great, feel awesome also, and have like great, like rocking the dad bod. I mean, everyone
Rad dad.
Rad dad.
Oh, my son would love buying these.
Exactly.
Never mind. And he'll probably keep them and put them on his hands for the rest of the day. Yeah, which is all good.
But some really great wallets also, which have got ample space, a really great quality leather that's been used.
And a nice slim profile as well, which is great. I think gone are the days, you can get a man purse now if you need a bag.
Yes.
For your wallet, you just want it to be sleek and to fit into the line of your pants.
You know when there's like your pants are like chunky, it's really nice.
My money don't jiggle.
It flows.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Okay.
And then we've got slippers over there, which are really, really great, warm and fuzzy.
Nice.
And I love that there's a great structure with them. There's a great feel to them. So you're also warm inside, but also they're not going to like fall to the side.
Yeah, they're not going to lose their shape after a couple of weeks.
That really annoys me.
Completely.
So while we're talking about sleepwear, there's some really great pajamas that we've discussed also, obviously, from those two pieces that we have. Really great graphic tees that we've got. And, of course, a great gown that'll actually add all the fuzz and warmth that you need.
That's the boss. We're going to call that the bossa nova.
Exactly, the bossa nova. And you can match it with these great pajamas. But, of course, we've got great knitwear. I think also these really bold colours are quite fashionable at the moment. So if you want to give them a bit of trend, this is something that you can use for your maybe younger dads. But this is a great knitwear piece. But, of course, what makes knitwear come alive is accessories, right? So if you don't want to go hard on like a top, there's some really great scarves and beanies and gloves that you can add.
I love that. Just the finishing touches.
Just the finishing touch, exactly. I mean, this is so exciting. But like, I mean, what I love about these items is that they're so classic. You can, based on the kind of thing that he wears, you can either add to his wardrobe or even add a new dimension. So if he's already got a chunky knit, we can add more of a softer knit, something more, you know, warm and fuzzy that he can have. It's just about kind of stretching his fashion a bit, a little bit more.
Yeah, but and baby steps. Remember, Dad, baby steps. So I want to wear a jersey that is going to make me look like I have the supreme body. Okay. Never mind a dad bod. Like I want the body of a guy who's so fit that he could win the life-saving world championships. I want a jersey that makes me look like that.
I think I actually have something for you. Listen to me. I think if we have, like, if you close your eyes.
Okay.
And someone's going to walk in who's going to reminisce that kind of look and feel. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa.
He is here.
Wow, man.
That is the building. So here he has that chunky knit that I'm discussing here. And some great chinos that we have and some great shoes here. But I think what's most important is to accessorize, right? So I would add a little bit of a different feel. You know how it is. You know how it is.
Most clothes Raul has ever worn.
I'm not sure if I like it, actually. And then, of course, we can add a bit. Am I going to mess the hair, Fred, if I put this on? Okay, cool. Whoa. Okay, you'll style it.
You're taking a chance telling Knox to go wild.
I know, right? But, I mean, you see how we've added, so they're the basics that are here already. We've got the chinos, we've got the knitwear. And then we add a bit of accessories. So he could have had these items, and we just get him this for Father's Day. Exactly. So it's just about also working within your budget. But I think this is such a classic look. He's warm, he's fuzzy, he's got all the on-trend colours, which is nudes and your kind of like monochrome colours.
Nice and earthy child, nature boy.
And he looks amazing.
No, you look beautiful, man.
Good, man. The jersey gives me this regal appeal. It just elevates that stature.
No,
but
it is.
Exactly.
It's feeling like a man, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, finally.
That is. It's that feeling you get when you're a dad, okay? I call it man muscle.
Well, this man's entering and leaving the building.
No, you look fantastic. And I like the way that just those small elements just made it quite chic and just took something that's warm and fuzzy and cozy and just leveled it up. Absolutely beautiful. I guarantee you there is something here for every father and for every family to embrace and then go and spoil dad. So please do that. You can get the best quality gifts from Woolworths this Father's Day. And he has an added bonus. If you shop now, you get 30% off. I struggle to even say it. 30% off men's knitwear, jackets, sleepwear, slippers, athleisure, fleece, and selected accessories. And that's up until the 19th of June this year, obviously. And it's all available at Woolworths across the board, in-store, online, or using their amazing app. Go and spoil your Papa Bear.
Let's go.
And beautiful, huh?
Sing.
Julep, julep,
It is time, everybody. It is time to move the coffee tables. Like Mr. Colway always says, AmaLolo is here from Herschel Girls, and they're here to perform just for you with the marimba band. And here they are with AmaKhoseni. Take it away, guys.
Ora Michele, Roberta Mugabe. Listen to the people's liberation in Debo. Inde, where mama inde lelela, inde, where ma Africa.
I see there's still two spots over there. Maybe I can take it for the next one, okay? Guess what? AmaLolo is not going anywhere. They still have 2 more performances coming your way, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you after this.
They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and I think we've proven that on this show. So why not celebrate Father's Day with your dad's favorite Brie essentials and treats from the crazy store, because they're going crazy this Father's Day.
Indeed we are, and we're not going to let the cold weather stop us from firing up the Brie and spending quality time together. So we decided to come up with a way for you to help make dessert. And what better way than with a fun challenge that doesn't make it feel like work? I like the sound of this.
Yeah. I love challenges. I love the two of you. And in our Father's Day Brie S'mores Challenge, Mr. Raldemone over here and our daddy himself, G-Man, will go head to head to see who has what it takes. With just 90 seconds on the clock, they must create the ultimate s'mores dessert using only the Crazy Store Father's Day gifting items. So as you can see, we have a little display for you. This is more for the cozy dad who stays in, wants to cuddle up with the family, you know, have a good cuppa.
Little lanterns coming in. My boy would love this. Oh, man.
And then over on your side, as you are the nature dad, we have a little Brie stand for your Brie display. But are you guys ready for this s'mores challenge? Do you have what it takes?
I think I do. I am a dad, so I hope I do. No, I love a s'more. I love toasted marshmallows. Forever I've been introducing toasted marshmallow flavors into all of my recipes. Everyone's like, today's the day.
Today's the day.
I got it.
You are a dog dad. So I'm going to step aside.
Yeah, I'm going to invoke those powers and see if I can go up against the main dad himself today. It's going to be a challenge indeed, but these are some of my favorite things, so this shouldn't be too hard.
90 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
All right. Okay. They've given us fire, which is quite a dangerous thing, hey?
Fire.
Ooh. Going in there, yeah. Ooh, Graham's already coming in with a blowtorch.
Yeah, look, 90 seconds is not a long time, eh?
Nice. Let me see if I can grab one of these as well. Nice and simple. I like the black one, actually. Black one. Oh.
Ooh. Don't burn the fingers. You're still going to need those fingers to change diapers.
Thankfully, those days are past, hey? Oh, man.
Ral, have you used a torch before in your life?
No, I just make fire myself out of whatever nature provides. So this is a blessing, firstly.
I was expecting you to rub the sticks together.
I needed about another extra 30 seconds on the 90. But the key to this,
how good does that smell, lad?
It smells. I want to see some chocolate. I want to see you use the Turkish delights over there. You also have some gloves. So again, if you do want to not burn your hands, you can use the gloves as well. Oh, G's staying on the other side. G is switching things up. As a father, you can have a bit of both.
Yeah, I'm just got to...
have a comfort. You can
no, do you know what it is?
Side.
I needed to taste it.
Wow. Of course.
Oh, it's so good. This is crazy, man.
I'm actually worried about you.
Never worry. Never
Should I not worry?
Remember?
We only have 15 seconds. Get on it.
What?
I want to see that s'mores together. 6, 5,
Squish
4,
it, wait.
3, 2, 1. Time is up, everyone. No, there's no... Stop.
Done.
Let's see what you guys did over here. I did say I was worried about you.
But you can go to G first while you get back to mine, because mine, I didn't... I missed the cup a bit, just a slight bit.
Okay, so... I asked this with great concern, my friend. What is going on here in your display?
Okay. Be honest with you. It's not finished. I would like to show you the complete model. You simply just need to do this. Watch.
Okay.
Don't fall. Here we go. Voila. Look at that.
Well done.
This is what the theme of my dish is. Balanced perfection, because that's what every dad is. Balancing work, balancing the kids, balancing everything else in life.
You know what? That's a great story, dude. That's a great story. Here's some more fiction for you to read.
The ultimate daddy, I think you took this challenge head on. I saw you use a blowtorch. You made sure that your... what is this? What is this?
Fire.
So, I mean, it could have done with a bit more burn, but I've got my smurches there. Okay, so you've got the toasted marshmallow in between the two biscuits, which is what qualifies as a smur, but then underneath, you've got an extra surprise of more of these beautiful little guys. So once you've eaten that and you think, oh man, I wish I had more marshmallows.
But
underneath, you discover and check, I'm going to use tools. Underneath, once you've eaten your way through that.
Oh, there's more. Oh,
there's more. Dun, dun, dun.
Nice.
Absolutely awesome. Or you can just leave it all in there, let it melt, and eat it all with a spoon or chopsticks if you want. Like
Raul called his the balance.
Yeah.
Small, what would you call yours?
the all-in dad.
The all-in
Dad. Well, Father's Day is around the corner, and if you are looking for some great gifting ideas, remember that you can also spoil Dad with some winter warmers, including scarves, beanies, gloves, and slippers. All stylish pieces he'll want to rock for sure during the colder months. However, another idea, perhaps you want to do a unique gift is what you're after. Why not maybe create him a man crate, and you can fill this with all kinds of his favorite treats like we have here. Maybe get some inspiration from the boys, from hot chocolate sticks to a new stainless steel travel mug, a book to read, and even one of his favorite games. The Crazy Store has got you sorted, as you can see, with these two crazy zaddies.
Is there only one Father's Day a year? Can we clarify this? Is there more than one?
Let me stop you right there. Mzansi, you know the drill. Find everything Dad needs this Father's Day with the Crazy Store's wide range of awesome gifting ideas. The excitement isn't over just yet. You also stand the chance to win a Crazy Store voucher to the value of 500 Rand to spoil your dad with this Father's Day. All you have to do is simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us what gift you'd buy from the Crazy Store Father's Day range. Very simple. Remember to include that hashtag, the Crazy Store Father's Day, to enter. Now, the competition does run until Monday, the 20th of June this year at midnight, and those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. You guys get to eat the s'mores.
Oh, yes. You want to take a page out of my book, Sloan?
Wait for it, check.
Oh, well played. Yeah, well played. I'm going for the dipper. Oh.
Come in with a little, leave with a lot. The Crazy Store has a whole range of stuff bound to surprise and delight the whole family.
It is time for another feel-good performance. AmaLolo is back on the Expresso stage for their second performance this morning. Now, the extremely talented girl group led by Sky Dladla are about to perform Lent Ihambi Senda, and I did promise that I'm going to join them, so you guys ready? Yes. No, I'm joking. There we go. Take it away. amazing. No wonder you guys got gold at Tasted, but kudos to you. Luckily, Mzansi, they still have one more performance. AmaLolo is not going anywhere, so stick around for that. But of course, it is the final hour of the show. Here is Raldo Morning with a final recap of those news headlines.
Thank you so much, Jamie Domberg. Of course, it's time to take one final look at the news this morning, and starting on national fronts, Gauteng Police Commissioner General Elias Mawela says more than 1,400 people were murdered between January and March this year in the province. Now, this is an increase of 347 compared to the same period last year. Now, Mawela said they recorded a 45.2% increase in murders, which amounts to 1,403 people killed during this period. Now, there had also been an increase in the number of rapes, while housebreaking incidences had decreased. Sexual offences, however, had increased by 11.3%. Now, this added by the Commissioner. On other news in the national headlines, the online appointment system of the Department of Home Affairs will be expanded soon. Now, Deputy Minister Njabulo Nzuza says the plan is to implement the system at 43 large Home Affairs offices this month and later this year at 35 smaller offices. Now, Nzuza says people who have appointments online will be helped first. And he stressed that people who just show up at the offices will not be turned away. However, people who make online appointments will receive a cell phone message confirming the time and place of their appointment. Well, from our national headlines, we move over to international news now, and over in Malawi, where Malawi stands to save more than 4 million rand. Now, this coming from 2 cancelled presidential trips as part of the government's austerity measures. Now, this coming from the finance minister, who announced the following. Now, President Lazarus Chakwera will not attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, which is meant to be taking place in Kigali, Rwanda, and as well as the OPEC Fund Development Forum in Vienna, Austria. Now, both gatherings are scheduled for this month, and he will instead be represented by his ministers. Now, Finance Minister Sosten Gwengwe said the government had not banned foreign trips, but restricted them to only essential ones. Next up on our international news headlines, heading over to the WHO, World Health Organization, who says it will soon come up with a new name for monkeypox. Now, this coming in after more than 30 scientists wrote last week about the, and quote, urgent need for a non-discriminatory and non-stigmatizing, unquote, name for the virus and the disease it causes. Now, continued reference to the virus as African is both inaccurate as well as discriminatory. Now, this being said, and some 1,600 cases of the disease have been recorded globally in recent weeks. Now, no deaths have been reported in the newly affected 32 countries. Now, next up on our headlines, and this is something that I know a lot of us will be excited about. SA is one step closer to meeting its new Miss SA with the unveiling of the top 10 finalists on Monday night. Now, Miss SA organizers announced the top 10 beauties set to vie for this year's title at a finale pageant at Sun International's flagship venue, the Sunbet Arena at the Times Square in Pretoria on August the 13th. Now, this year's contestants represent 5 provinces: Gauteng, which has 4 contestants, KwaZulu-Natal and Western Province with 2 each, and Limpopo and Northwest with 1 finalist each. Now, pageant organizers describe them as, and quote, an impressive group which includes a candidate attorney, law students, a psychology honors graduate, entrepreneurs, small business owners, as well as models, unquote. Now, they are, and I please do apologize if I'm pronouncing these incorrectly, but the names go as follows. We've got Arnazad Omar, we've got Ayanda Tabete, we've got Itumeleng Parage, we've got Kayla Bohol Nkashe, Lebohang Mahlungu, we've got Luve Meyer, Luyanda Zuma, Ndavi Nokeri, Pearl Nchehi, and Tamsin Jack. Now, the judges behind the top 10 selection are Miss SA 2015 Lisa Lurie, as well as body positive activist Tracy Lee Horwitz. And then next up, we've got Densu CEO Ku Govender, as well as fashion designer Kosi Nkosi. Now, True Love chief editor is also on the list, Mkazona Zwane Zuguwakwa, as well as actress Simone Northman. And on top of that, an actor and TV personality, Tando Tabete. An absolutely star-studded lineup. And of course, those beautiful women are definitely going to change the world, and we hope they do so very, very soon. Of course, we've got to wait till that finalist gets drawn now. For now, though, that's all that I have for you when it comes to the latest in the news headlines. Standing by right now is the G-Man with the latest on the weather.
Thank you so much. Well, let's start with an important note coming from the SA Weather Service. They've now issued a yellow level 2 warning for disruptive snow today over northern high-lying areas and the Winterberg region. That's in the Eastern Cape. The first report of snow was received yesterday evening after it started to snow in Sutherland in the Northern Cape. The Weather Service says this could result in isolated loss of vulnerable livestock, localized disruption to services and some passes being closed for a short period due to the expected accumulation of snow. And meanwhile, Cape Town Mayor Gordon Hill-Lewis yesterday said the mother city had received its average rainfall for June in 24 hours. Unbelievable. Localized flooding and weather-related incidents have put disaster management crews on high alert, obviously. The SA Weather Service has urged residents to brace for a significant drop in temperatures now. Fierce winds, rough seas, more heavy rainfall and snowfall in some of those areas, as I've highlighted. And from weather news to sunrise views, let's put a smile on that dial. We love starting the morning showcasing your beautiful sunrise images that we receive on our Expresso WhatsApp line. And Andri Lamprecht from Mamsen Toti captured this early morning shot. Stunning, overlooking the beautiful city as it lights up with a pink hue. Then Zenobia Daniels from Tsitsikamma shared this silhouetted image, showing off a pink glow as the sun begins to rise from behind the mountains. Stunning. Now, regular photographer Nancy Governor, morning Nancy, kicked off our 7 a.m. update with this incredible shot from her stroll on the beach, as she does every morning. And Diana Vanishskeef, she started her morning on the same notes as she started her day overlooking the ocean with unbelievably clear blue skies. Now, don't forget, if you'd like to brighten up our day and share those sunrise images with us, simply send it through to our WhatsApp line. That's 063 408 8863. I know you don't need a reminder, you've got it on speed dial already, but let's get you set for the day ahead. And some of those temperatures, a lot of rain, but not in Polokwane. 3 and 20 your range for the day, but no rain expected. In Bombela, 7 your low, going up to 27 degrees. Pretoria ranging between 1 degrees and 16. Johannesburg, chilly start at 0, going up to only 12. Mahikeng, -2 is your low, going up to a high of 16. Klerksdorp, -3 to a high of 13. Likewise, Kimberley starts on -3, going up to only 11. Then Bloemfontein, 7 and 11 your range for the day. Richards Bay, you are starting on 9 degrees, going up to a high of 19 and 71% chance of rain. Pietermaritzburg, definitely expect rain, 89%, ranging between 2 and 15 degrees today. Durban, 9 your low, going up to a high of 19 with a 99% chance of rain, and I would imagine some humidity thrown in. Mthatha, 2 and 15 your range. East London, 9 and 17. Cradock, chilly start, -4 degrees, going up to only 12. Gqeberha, 8 is your low, going up to a high of 14. George, 5 and 14. Cape Town, 6 and 15 with a 40% chance of rain. Worcester, ranging between 4 and 13 degrees. Sutherland, -3 degrees, going up to a warm and sunny 6 degrees. Sorry, wrap up, stay warm. Uppington, your low is 0, going up to a max of 15 degrees. But hey, as we always say, regardless of the weather, have a beautiful day.
It's definitely going to be a beautiful day because the man, the myth, the legend, he is finally with us. Nico Panagio, how are you?
I am so good, and so good to be here with you.
Thank you. I mean, you still sound like you're on top billing. I feel like we should do a link right now.
It's in the blood. Welcome to another episode of Top Billing. Today we experience a wonderful array of gorgeous food as well as gorgeous people. Stay tuned.
He's amazing. Well, we are going to hang out with him some more and find out all about the incredible work that he's doing in the community, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you after this.
Welcome back. He is the chairman of not one, but two majorly impactful initiatives and non-profit organizations, namely My Father's House and Missing Children SA, both doing absolutely vital work. He's also the host of a very popular game show that I think you might know. It is, yes, set on an island involving crazy challenges, and he's one of the best in the business. That's right, we are joined by TV presenter, actor, philanthropist, and just unbelievably nice guy, Nico Panagio!
Wow, what a incredible introduction.
Hey, he's hotter than
game show, reality show.
Reality show. Sorry.
It is, and it gets real. It gets very real. But you've made it. You've made that show, which is amazing to me. He's better looking in person, I told you, eh?
I know. I'm just like looking at you now and they keep saying like, Jamie, don't mess us up, don't mess us up. But it's so good to have you with us. Because you're family. Look at you. You're comfortable, you're chill, you're sitting here.
This feels like home in crazy ways.
No, definitely. And I don't want to mess this up because, I mean, you're the chairman of the My Father's House initiative, particularly around the Southern Peninsula, Simonstown, where you feed approximately 1,000 people daily, 80% being children. Do tell us a bit more how you got involved in this and what it's all about.
Well, it started back in the first couple of weeks of the lockdown, the first lockdown, when we realized that, lockdown was quite a stress on most people. But the people who suffered immediately were those who live from, hand to mouth. That night, they went home, wondering, how am I going to put food on the table? So essentially, we found that there was a need very quickly on, and I was looking for an initiative to join, to try and do something, because, after the first couple of weeks of sitting at home, you start feeling like you want to do something. And the only thing that made sense was joining with that. And I discovered this wonderful initiative that had already been underway, headed by Pastor Shadi and founded by the Father's House Church. And so we called it, at the time it was just a feeding scheme, and a year later we realized we're going to have to be around for a while. And then we started the My Father's House organization, the NPO. We put a board together and we started, and it's a community initiative. So we've got residents in and around the Southern Peninsula who, provide their time, they donate their time, their efforts, money, food, it's all individuals giving, from their hearts. And then we've got volunteers working to provide that food. And we feed up to 1,000 people a day. We've gone up to 3,000 people at one stage. We were feeding, it all depends where the need is and how it's been. In the second lockdown, we were feeding 3,500 people a day. So that's where it all started.
And I can see how proud it makes you. And I'm so glad that you've added this layer, because it's kind of our responsibility. And we realized we were joking about the strategic network around us. But, I mean, if you need to phone that big corporate to get the big bucks, you're the guy who's going to probably be able to kick down those doors. But working in the space myself, you kind of, every solution brings you 10 new challenges. So you've got to involve the community, and you've got to start young and start with the youth. So I'm so proud of you for focusing on them, because a hungry child, their development is stunted for the rest of their life if they don't get that critical. But there is something else at play here. The idea of My Father's House kind of really resonates with me, and I'm sure it resonates with you. Why this focus on young people specifically? And of course, Youth Day is right around the corner. What are you hoping that you can do, and the message that you want to get out there over this time, man?
Well, that's a good question, because, Graham, as a father, when you sit down at night with your kids and your family, with your wife, and whatever your situation might be, and your children are safe, and they're sitting in front of a plate of warm food, no matter what else is going on in the world, for that moment, everything's perfect. They're safe, they have food, and it's a wonderful feeling. So when you sit at home and you're eating a plate of food, and you know that you're part of an initiative that has provided a warm meal, at least one, cooked with love by people who really are there, devoting their time, for everyone around you. It is, in the Southern Peninsula and communities around us, you get a feeling that you're making a small impact. And what's great about that is many hands have gone into making that impact. So everyone is part of that initiative in the community. 80%, essentially 80% of our beneficiaries are children. Children in early childhood development centres that get a meal made with love. And it really does, it takes, we always say it takes a village, doesn't it? Not just to raise a child, but to keep them safe, to look after them, to help them grow. And so that's something that we're planning as well with My Father's House, is to have youth centres where kids from the communities can come, where they can have access to Wi-Fi, safe areas where they can learn, mentorship, And you know, it's so important, as you say, to start at that age to build that foundation, because essentially that's what we struggle with in not just our country, countries around the world, is that lack of fathers, mothers, mentorship in the home.
I love it. You've created your village. You've gone out there to your actual village, and you said we need to be a village again, and let's feed our children.
Let me fix it. I didn't do it. I'm part of what other people have started, and it's a blessing to be able to serve there and work. And as I said, there's so many hands that go into this. During COVID, we were in the communities actually feeding the kids, and they would line up, these gorgeous children all lining up, and with their little buckets that they bring, and then we would stand there, and Pastor Shad and his family would cook these massive pots of delicious food, and then we would be the ones who stand there, and when we have a hand, we have the hands that pass it to the hands that will then eat it. But every bowl I passed, I knew someone chopped the carrots, someone cooked this, someone put that together, someone actually brought the ingredients to the game, and it just makes you feel so honored to be one of the hands that passes it on.
It means something to those kids, just the effort, seeing other people caring about them, that in itself is almost as important. Buddy, I know you're also involved with, obviously, Missing Children South Africa, which is another, a completely different thrust. So we're going to get into that in a moment, but I'm going to preach it out there, myfathershouse.org.za. If you'd like to make any donations, connect with this beautiful human being, connect with his network, and see if you can help in some small way, as he said, to make a massive difference. Please do it. He's not going anywhere.
Staying right here.
He's going to stay right next to you all the time.
Absolutely love the conversation. We'll continue, but we are going to be gearing up for Father's Day this weekend, and this next recipe, let me tell you, it is sure to impress Dad.
There is a classic mayonnaise that brings out the traditional French in 3 levels of tanginess. The mild classic, the medium classic, the strong classic. Tangy, the way you love it.
Made with love by Clover.
Yeah, Mzansi has promised it is about to go down in the kitchen once again. Now, whether it's lunch or a snack or even an easy dinner, nothing beats a classic jaffle toasty. Just salivating thinking about it. Now, there's more to jaffles than just cheese and beans, and we're about to reinvent the classic with our Brie burger jaffles, and it's telling you, I'm telling you now, it is the perfect addition to any braai. Neil Anthony's still in the building, of course.
Cheese and beans? Who puts cheese and beans in a jaffle? Where did it come from?
Have you never done that, though?
Not cheese and beans,
That's when you don't have options, man.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
like,
cool.
There's a can of beans, we'll make it work.
End of the month vibes.
But we're going to skip this up, right?
We're going payday now.
Yes.
Payday jaffles.
Payday jaffles, what do you got for us, man?
So this is a really nice sort of play on it. So we take the boerewors mixture out of the casing, and then you form your patties out of that. So they're really nicely seasoned, all that coriander, all that spice running through as well. So you just make yourself, you can do this in a burger or whatever you like.
You've made these Brie patties yourself?
Yeah, so we made these ourselves,
Nice.
So I mean, you just really want to, the nice thing of putting them on a bit of paper as well is that you can give them a nice little smash in
like
the pan.
you just did now.
Yeah.
A little culinary conundrum being solved there.
So
See,
you
nice
just give
stuff.
a nice sort of smash in the pan there. You don't burn your fingers, or you try not to.
All right. And you're being intentional with that flattening of it, right?
Yeah. It just gives it, you get a nice sort of crust on it. We can pop a little bit of olive oil in there now.
I noticed there was no oil in before.
No, I mean, there's quite a bit of fat in the mix as well.
Okay.
So we don't really pass me that spatula, will you?
Got you, sir.
Thank you. Nice one.
You request.
So yeah, so you want to give them a nice sort of, you want to get another sort of little smash like that.
All right, I see.
And then we're quite simply just going to use white bread. We're not going to get too fussy on it. You can obviously go like a sourdough or a brown or whatever. But I mean, it's classic, obviously, just that really nice white
bread. I mean,
white
it's something
bread.
that everyone will
That's
have
what
at
it's
home.
about.
So
yeah, exactly.
For them to make. One thing I must notice about this is very different to making a burger, right? Because I was always told with a burger, you don't really want to handle it too much. You don't want to press it down as much.
It
Slightly
depends.
different? Everyone has their own opinion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone has their own opinion. I mean, this is a way of doing it. I mean, it's very sort of fashionable and in right now to have these smash burgers.
Yes.
Everyone's doing them, yeah. So I mean, this is like a sort of smash Brie patty.
I like that
situation.
I'm here for that, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you're going to make our sort of dipping sort of side sauce, which is a classic sort of burger sauce.
I like that.
You get the mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, and a little bit of hot sauce as well.
Okay.
You can play around with variants there.
Yeah, let me get onto this, and let me also talk to Mzansi, because I know that this Clover Classic is just to die for, and let me tell you exactly why. Because Clover Classic mayonnaise has a range of tangy mayonnaises that comes in 3 different levels of tanginess. Now get this, you get mild, medium, as well as strong, and you can use any of it to suit your taste preference. So whatever you like on that spectrum, we've got it for you. Now, on top of that, it's also versatile to use and enhance the flavors, bringing you tasty, mouth-watering food all day long. Now, for this recipe, using the classic mayo #1, which gives a mild tanginess to give the dish a delicious, mild and creamy taste. So I'm gonna get on with my side of this. So we're busy. How much of this am I actually putting in?
I got like sort of at least 2 or 3 tablespoons.
2 or 3 tablespoons coming right at you. All
now,
right.
instead of buttering the mold or buttering the bread, what I've done is I've taken some of that, just take some of that natural fat that's come out the board. I've also put that inside the jaffle machine. So
nice.
getting those flavors all the way through. I've also put a
Small
bit
steps that make that big difference,
exactly,
right?
baby. So I've also
like
put some
that.
cheese down as well. So cheese and cheese.
Cheese and cheese. Okay, all right. So that was one of the standing ingredients. Was it cheese and beans?
Cheese and beans, yeah. Look, I mean, yeah, I don't know where you get the beans from. I'm English, so I never put beans in it.
All right, I got you. But I think we're definitely stepping up the beans this time by using a nice Brie classic.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. This is coming together quite easily.
There, yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, I mean, this is obviously best done on an open fire, you know, a braai or whatever.
But if you don't have that, then I like this hack that you got. Another kitchen hack coming through here.
Yeah, big time.
The gas from the stove. I like that.
Gas stove. Just pull, and then you sort of just, you can obviously shape it into that beautiful classic jaffles shape.
And already the smells are coming through for me now. It's starting to really feel like we're outside, out on the braai, getting the day going.
Breakfast, leftovers the next day.
Yeah.
You can go with all sorts of situations.
And I mean,
put a fried egg on it and all sorts of stuff like that, and you're good to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, end of the day, if you didn't even have the Brie, I mean, you could get creative with what you put inside the jaffle, right? I mean, that's kind of like the fun part about it. If you don't have such gourmet ingredients, then don't stress. You can still maybe put beans in, I don't know.
You can put beans on the side. I think the beans might come out the side. So that's a nice little...
how's the consistency all good?
That's beautiful. Put a little dollop down on there for me.
Dollop, all right.
A little dollop yet again. You can put that on the side. You can put it in the middle.
Voila, there we go. All dolloped up. Boom. I feel so fancy when I'm cooking with you in the kitchen, man. I don't know what it is.
That's what it's about.
That Neil Anthony energy, you know what I mean? In AA.
And then classically, you know,
nice.
Beautiful. We can then either sort of like arrange our things there. We can put another thing there. We've got some pickled jalapenos, which have gone on top there. We can sort of decorate the plate again, a bit more pickled jalapeno. These obviously a nice sort of cut of sharpness and freshness, you know, and then, I mean, it's just like, dig in.
Voila!
And again, day before, day after, fried egg, beans on the side, maybe.
Maybe we can talk about that, but I think after you tuck into this, you won't want anything else. Trust me, Zanzi, it smells so good already. And if you want to, then you can get this recipe at expressoshow.com. All the inspiration you need for Father's Day. It's jaffles that went to private school. You can call it that. It's not using beans, it's not just using cheese. It's using this Brie classic, and you're going to absolutely love it. If you want the recipe recap, don't stress them, Zanzi. First, you want to find out why you've not been listening. But don't worry, we got you covered because I know you've been distracted by all this good stuff over here that I'm about to tuck in. So don't worry, for your convenience, here is a recipe recap. Enjoy.
Made with love by Clover. Oh, you can make my day.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are back with TV presenter, actor, and philanthropist Nico Panagio. Early on, we chatted about the organizations that is currently chairing, but now with Father's Day around the corner, we thought, you know what, we'd catch up with how he's been coping and managing with fatherhood, but we also wanted to speak about Missing Children's SA, which is also a part of the chairman, your chairman for that group as well. Tell us about that. What got you into that?
Well, Missing Children South Africa started about a decade and a half ago, if not a little bit longer, and it was in response to the disappearance of two girls. And it was, I think back then it was a social media Facebook page that was opened up to try and get the community involved in the search for the girls. And essentially, I joined the group and said, what can I do? How can I bring attention to this? And a year later, the people who started the group, they didn't know that it would grow so quickly, and so they wanted to hand it over for management to a bunch of people, which we then started a board, and I became the chairman. We had a number of other people who came on board. And 16 years or so later, I'm the only one of the initial board left that's still there. But we, one of my really good friends, one of my best mates, Thomas Dixon, is now the manager, and he hails from, he's a businessman who's owned many companies, so it's what he really does well. He's taken over to help manage, and he does a sterling job of running Missing Children South Africa, which essentially is a bridge between the community and the authorities when a child goes missing for any reason whatsoever, which happens way too often in this country. So often that it would scare people if they...
Yeah, it's terrifying, absolutely terrifying, and I understand that it's at that critical moment, those key phases of that terrifying journey where you guys step in and need infrastructure. Just very quickly, what do you need for this organisation right now as a call to action? How can people help you in that sense?
The most important thing I want to bring across is do not wait 24 hours when a child goes missing. It's a major misconception around the country. You can wait 20 seconds and that's too long. So the minute a child goes missing, contact either the South African Police Service or us. What we do is we guide you through the process. We know exactly what needs to happen, what you need. You need to get a case number. We only work on official cases. We work with the South African Police Service and other authorities. And what we do is we make sure that everything that can be done is being done as soon as possible. Because like physical trauma, an accident situation, the quicker you can get working and to the scene, the better for whoever's involved, and so that's so important for me. And then, of course, we rely on public donations. We are a non-profit organisation. The whole board, everyone works for free except one person. The only person that gets paid is our national operator, and everyone else does it because it's a labour of love. So we rely on the goodwill of people.
And critical skills in critical places, and I love that focus. missingchildren.org.za is where you can go and support.
And I'm sure this really hits home to you because, I mean, you're a father of two beautiful girls, Shayla and Eva. They're 10 and 12. It feels like just the other day that we were born. How has fatherhood been? How's the journey been, being able to raise these two beautiful girls?
Yeah, well, I mean, any parent will tell you that life has just never been the same again.
Before and after.
Before and after,
yeah, that's it.
And I think it's a facet of existence that you won't be able to understand and that you miss out hugely on. Just like many other things in life, you can't experience everything in life, but one of the great things, if you're blessed to experience, is parenthood. It really does change you, changes your perspective. And of course, my girls, Eva and Shay, they're wonderful. We're so blessed by them. And yeah, I mean, you'll see they're looking away from camera. We keep them, we always keep them, their faces. We want to give them anonymity for the rest, for up until the point where they decide if they want to or not. It's a burden and a blessing at the same time, so I want them to be able to make that choice.
I understand that. I've got to ask you this because someone who matters so much to me is about to embark on an adoption process, and now she's found her match and she's about to take that step.
Congratulations.
And yeah, congratulations to her. I've got to ask, what has that journey been like from a father's perspective, and what advice do you have for a new parent who's about to follow in your footsteps?
Well, anyone who's had kids naturally and then adopted will tell you that there's absolutely no difference. So let me just put anyone's heart at ease that within seconds that little person becomes your flesh and blood.
Because you connect by something else. There's something else.
There's something that happens. There's a difference between relatives and family. And I think if you can have both in the same, it's great. But you don't need the one for the other. And so it's important to remember that it's about that time that you spend. It's about that bonding. And it's about knowing that it was meant to be that way. And I think that's something I want to tell people who struggle to conceive. one thing that we took about 4 years to realize, which we wish we'd realized sooner, was that if you can't conceive naturally, that's probably because there's another plan for you. And if you do the math, you'll find that, you know, people who can't conceive naturally, if they all adopted 2 kids, there'd be quite an incredible balance of, you know, orphans and people who can't conceive. So I always tell people, just think about this. You might have a different path. And Christy and I often say, we would never, if we could go back and change it, we wouldn't. In fact, when we wanted a second child, 2 years after Eva, instead of, you know, going through the whole rigmarole of trying naturally, which we apparently still could have done, we said, let's just adopt again. It was so amazing, and there's another little person out there. And then Shay came into our lives, and she was just the perfect fit as well. So now we are this family that we just indulge in one another all the time. And that's what it's supposed to be, isn't it?
A beautiful family indeed. But you're not all serious. It is Father's Day over the weekend, and we have some dad jokes sharing amongst everyone. Do you have a dad joke for us?
I know, I don't do dad jokes. But I'll tell you what, you know, as much as we try to diversify their interests, our kids are actors. You know, we're always playing characters, you know? And you know, so our house is full of accents and characters, and we scare each other. Myself and my daughters especially, we're not allowed to scare Christy because her reactions are just too wild. She throws things.
She'll punch you in the face.
She'll take you out, you know. But myself and Eva and Shay are always hiding around a corner somewhere, trying to see who can scare the others, the other person, and they're getting really good at it, I must say.
Buddy, can I just say something? Because I've had, like, always seeing you as, like, you know, my whole past comes back to me because we've walked a parallel path for decades now in this industry. But I actually met you before you were in the industry.
Goodness.
And I remember you saying to me, I always imagine you in a sailor's outfit. I don't know if you had a sailor's suit on at the time, but I know you were coming from a very different world. And when you made the connection, you were like, I want to do that. I'm going to get there. I'm going to put myself on TV. You said it to me before you had even done this. Look at what you have achieved, my friend. You really are one of the best at what you do, and we are so proud of you, bro. The fact that you come from our little family makes us even more proud. So we love you, guy. Happy Father's Day, man. Happy Father's Day. Before I start crying again, let's continue and get back in the kitchen.
Come on now, warm heart. Warm heart.
Absolutely love that conversation. And of course, we are talking about something more to celebrate. Yes, there's so much we're celebrating today, but we're talking about something like Christmas. And Christmas comes early on Expresso as Golden Cloud and Beacon search for South Africa's best friends baking duo. Now, from moms to teens, no matter your age, you can grab your best friend and stand a chance to win a 50,000 Rand grand prize in the ultimate Christmas in July bake. So, obviously, as you've just heard, I'm going to try and grab one of my best friends out here in the studio. Jamie Dominic, get in here.
Guys, have you heard that? I'm Ralph's best friend.
You're
Thank
my
you so much. We're sharing this 50,000 Rand, okay? We're going to inspire the nation because they need to get their best friend and be the next South African baking duo. So all you have to do is create your bake with Golden Cloud and Beacon to enter the challenge. Very simple. And then all you have to do again is share your photo of the bake on the Golden Baker Search, the Christmas in July edition competition post, and that can be found on Expresso's Facebook or the Twitter pages using that hashtag. Listen carefully, Golden Baker Search. And again, we want you to tell us why you are South Africa's best baking duo and why you think your creation is the best.
Maybe you can start trying a creation of yourself. Yeah, I know how much you like having fun finishing things off.
Okay,
With that being said, all of you out there also have the option. And of course, if you have the passion for baking and you want to share that with the country, then this is your chance. Mzansi, listen up, because you could be one of 5 finalists competing on Expresso for the grand prize worth 50,000 Rand. Now, the winning duo is also going to be crowned live right here on Expresso this July. Now, I'm telling you, it's something that you really want to step up because you want to take the cake. And of course, if you have a little bit of a star cookie or something looking like this, you definitely want to add more magic to it. More magic. Add more, JB. More.
I love you lots like jelly tots. I made this for you.
I like what you did there. Well played.
I mean, do you want to try?
Let me try my hand at
Please
this.
Try. Make it a Nature Boy
Always
certified.
working from the outside in. This is tips I got from Nicole Snelling.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All about a calm
I like that you guys are leveling up for this one.
Yeah.
Look at that steady hand coming through. See, I'm your hype person. This is what we need. This is the energy we need in the kitchen.
50,000 Rand.
50,000 Rand could be yours. Add some jelly tots.
I got you.
And
jelly tots coming in. Yeah.
You've really leveled up, eh? Look at that.
We have. We've been practicing.
Pretty.
Look, I've had a lot of moments to fail, so I've got no excuse now.
But you learn.
Yes, we learn, we live, and we conquer.
And just like that, another baker
Voila.
has been born. Do the final touches.
Look at that. You know what I mean? It's all about the subtleties. Look at that.
Voila. Okay, Mr. Nature Boy. We see you. Again, we just want to reiterate, you must enter the Golden Baker Search Christmas in July edition. And again, you can stand a chance to win one of 2 hampers weekly, valued at only 500 Rand. This, of course, is brought to you by Golden Cloud and Beacon. Now, remember, those entries close on the 17th of July. Make a note of it. The details and those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Yeah, I think we've got to win, eh?
Yeah. Hey, 50,000 Rand could be ours.
What's beta glucan? Hello, do you know what beta glucan is? What is beta glucan? No one knows what beta glucan is.
Beta glucan is a natural fiber in jungle oats that helps lower cholesterol and keep hearts well.
Jungle. Do life with heart.
Want to win a taste of the smooth life? Buy a Tropica, find your unique code under the cap, and stand a chance to win your share of 100,000 Rand worth of Uber vouchers. If you find the word treasure under your cap, you will win one of these 10 big prizes: a gas hob, a fridge, a clothing voucher worth 10,000 Rand, one of 3 Rest Assured beds, or one of 2 Uber vouchers worth 10,000 Rand each. You could also win a trip for 2 to the smooth Seychelles, or a whopping 250,000 Rand worth of prizes from Suzuki. So buy a Tropica today, and you could win big. See pack for details. Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, welcome to your feel-good breakfast show. I'm Nico Panagio, and today I am your game master on this edition of Survivor, the Expresso edition. Today we have 2 members of the Expresso tribe. They're going to go head-to-head against one another in a series of 3 challenges. Now, the presenter who wins the most challenges will, of course, be crowned the winner of Expresso Survivor. So we're going to waste no time. Let's get you into position. This is the... No, we're going to start over here. We're going to do the first challenge.
Serious, okay? We take it very serious.
No,
Especially when you introing a game, it just got real now, man.
Yeah. So when I say go, you know, I want you to be switched on, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
because this is your reputation's on the line, all of those things, but most importantly, you know, this is about what goes on in here, discovering the survivor inside, right? Okay, we're going to start with planking. All right, so the presenter's first challenge is to see who will outplank one another. All right, you've got a minute. Let's see if you can make it even that far. This is not just random planking. This is to activate the core, switch the mind on, because what comes next is just it's going to require all of that. You guys ready to do this?
Speaking my language. Do you also know this man has
my language. Let's go.
Okay,
let's go.
1 minute.
Let's go. Remember, Jamie, anything can happen. Expect the unexpected in this game. You guys ready?
Let's see how these workouts are paying off, Jamie.
Go.
Okay. Talk to me. What are you saying?
Snack talk coming your way.
Yeah.
Why are you shaking so much, brother?
A lot of trash talk already.
Shaking.
Is it the
Not a
floor
trash
or what?
talk.
No, I'm good. I'm actually twerking in the...
And you know what they say in this game? Expect the unexpected.
Okay.
Whoa,
Not
bad.
Okay.
Let's see
Not
if you
bad.
can
I spoke about shakes
Right,
too
let's see
soon.
if I can do the same on this side. I'm squeezing her.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Yes.
Yeah, looking good. Looking good. 30 seconds to go.
You're looking solid.
Question is, can they make it?
But the shakes is coming in right now. I can feel their body just wants to go down. Keep the head in the game. Head in the game.
All right, Jamie Lee going into the zone.
Nico,
right
I don't know if I can break Jamie, to be honest.
Yeah, no, she's got, there's something about you, there's this, you know what it is? It's that, I saw it in the eyes when I saw her, I knew there was a survivor.
Yeah, I felt that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is done.
Okay, well done. Nice.
Impressive. All right, well, let's not waste any time. Come on over. Come on over. So that was the physical part, right? The random physical start of things. Do you want to be on the side? Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'll be on your right-hand side.
Ladies always want to, they're like, this is my side.
That is true.
So,
watch her. When it comes to games, man, she pulls out all the stuff.
I can see
that's
it.
why I'm nervous.
I can see it. You know, we often have people who come and try the games, and then they think it's going to just be fun. But the minute I put my hand up, everyone just switches on. You can see they're looking nice. So I can see it now.
It's really there.
I have to.
So what you have to do here, this is Jenga. You got to see. We're going to see how many. We've got a minute on this one. We've got a minute on this one, right? How many blocks you can pull out without it falling down? If it falls, the person whose blocks remain standing win this challenge.
And just watch her there. She'll shake this table just to win, eh?
You guys ready?
Luckily, my core is engaged for this. So let's get on to it. 1 minute on the clock.
Members of the Expresso tribe, are you ready?
We're ready.
You're ready.
And go. Yeah. Jamie Lee taking time. She's first one out. Ryle also second one, just behind her. Jamie Lee going for her second one. Ryle is now looking, he's counting. He's using a strategic method here. Jamie Lee going for gold. We've got 2-2 right now. Whoa. Ooh, Ryle almost making a mistake there. Jamie's got three coming out. They are neck and neck in the jump. 4 coming out. Oh, he's using a system on this side. Ooh, Jamie Lee taking time, stepping back, losing a bit of headway in this challenge. Getting excited. 30 seconds to go. Who will have the most blocks in 30 seconds' time? Starting to get a bit shaky here at Ryle's Jenga Tower. Jamie Lee now with 2, 4, 6 blocks coming out. 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. They are neck and neck in this challenge. Jamie Lee with 1 block.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
and
2, 1.
Jamie Lee takes.
Mel taught me this game actually back in the day.
I got to say, you started with a very strategic little calculated thing happening over there. What exactly was happening there?
I'm using sensory activation, so you'll be one with the Jenga block and you feel that loose one and then you just pull it out.
Yeah,
but
sometimes you just got to go for gold.
Yeah, clearly.
Was that the last one, or are we going to do one more?
All right, last one is really going to bend your minds. Let's get there.
Okay.
Just follow me.
Jamie,
We're following you.
it's revenge time. I hope you're ready for it.
Woo-hoo. Okay, so we have marshmallows.
Okay, all right. I see you. And 2 cups. What's
so
happening
listen,
here?
you know, on the island, one of the things that everyone wants all the time is a fire, because fire is warm, you can cook food, it looks awesome, you can stare into it, you know what I'm saying? And when there's fire and you've got marshmallows, well, I mean, that's just heaven, isn't it? So here's some marshmallows. So what we're going to do is, on my go, you need to fling marshmallows at those cups, and you need to land as many marshmallows. Marshmallows?
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. Yeah, got to land some marshmallows.
So am I flinging mine in these cups or in those cups over there?
So you're gonna fling them across to the other cup.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to set mine up.
So you're moving my cups, making them harder. What's going on?
No,
okay.
So
you do the same.
So on my go, you start flinging marshmallows at one another, and if I can catch one marshmallow, you've got to do 10 push-ups while the other person.
He's catchy.
Whoa, that's hectic. The stakes are high. Okay, all right.
Expresso tribe, ready?
Let's do this. I'm ready.
Go.
Whew. Okay, you got to get the weight right. Oh!
10, go.
Oh, jeepers. Okay, 1, 2.
Tell him to take his shirt off.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
9.
Falls 1. Go, Raul, go, Raul.
Back in the game point. Back in the game point.
Yeah, falling behind.
Woo!
Oh. I didn't.
Woo!
Oh,
finish us.
Raul, this is your.
We got one in. There you go, 1-1. Jamie, step it up.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Come on! Why are you so good at catching? Come on! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're getting in yet.
Yes, here we go.
9, 8, 7, go! It's war! It's war! 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, let's confirm. Let's confirm. We have one marshmallow in each cup. Congratulations, that is an equal round.
There's collateral damage over here on me.
But as always, there can only be one winner.
There can only be one winner, and of course it's 1-1 on this round. It's 0-0 on the first round, and when it came to the Jenga blocks, Jamie Lee just took the win. So, Jamie Lee, congratulations.
Well done, well done.
Am I a
You
survivor?
are the winner. You are a survivor. I saw that in your eyes when I met you for the first time. And all I can say is, the tribe has spoken.
All right, well, from your physical and mental skills and marshmallow skills, it's time to step up your cooking skills with these venison biltong, beef and beer pot pies.
You said it right.
Oh, my goodness.
Right.
Oh, they're much easier to make than you would think. In fact, it's served with a generous portion of, I'm going to say, triple fried chips and a bit of mustard. They make for the perfect hearty weekend lunch, especially with the cold weather. When in the UK, that's my go-to, is a steak and Guinness pie.
Absolutely.
I'm all about the pie, and we are leveling up with this pie because we're using the best of everything, and biltong is there, and not just any biltong. I'm talking some of the most beautiful biltong you can get, and it's good enough for me to feed to my kids, which says it is so healthy. It is such good biltong, man.
It is. Free of routine antibiotics, free of growth stimulants for the biltong and for the beef. It's biltong. Then that's what you want. You just want meat. You don't want any other stuff in there.
And my dogs love it as well, you know that. My dogs love the biltong as well, and I don't give them a lot, just a little bit. But my dog was eating the other day, I thought, oh man, he seems like a clever dog, and I asked him what 2 minus 2 is. And he said nothing.
I'm done.
I'm telling you, Joe, one by one, people in the studio are going to get it. They're going to catch it.
They're going to get it. I love that joke. It's good. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to actually get you to make the pastry for me today.
But flour's gone on the meat.
Flour's gone on the meat, right? And the meat I'm using is beef shin.
Lovely.
Beef shin, right? So if you can imagine, how high can you get your leg?
Huh?
Can you put your leg on my shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. No, I'm being dead serious. Let's do this. Okay, so South Africa, here we go. Hold it, stretch. If you think about a cow, right?
Yeah.
It's calf muscle, that's where the shin comes from. That's the part that's always, the cow's always standing, walking around. So he uses his muscle quite a lot. Flex, flex for me. Wow. Wow, that's a hard muscle. Okay, the only way you're gonna break down this muscle is time and slow cooking. But all that flavor's in there, that deep red color.
Look at the fats that are there. That's
it's all in there. How's your, did I stretch? Are you okay?
Oh, I feel pretty good. Can we do the other leg just now?
Okay, so what's gonna happen is I've coated in a little bit of flour, salt's on there as well. The flour is gonna give us a nice crust when we brown it, but it's also gonna thicken our pie. So I've got some oil in here. It should make a noise. You want it to like really sizzle. Another thing is, I've added the bone in here as well, from the shin. You want that marrow.
Flavor, yeah.
The marrow's in there. Okay, so, here we go. In we go with the beef. You want to give it a good sear. Honestly, you get so much flavor when you cook meat properly and you get that crust that's on there.
For sure.
A lot of flavor comes from there. This should take about 15 minutes. We don't have 15 minutes, but at home, you want like this brown, like the crust on there. Absolutely. So, comparison. Give me a hand. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Right.
I can get a few more freckles and I'm almost there, man. I'm almost there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we don't have 15 minutes, but do we have enough time to listen to a quick dad joke?
Yes, go for it.
Please, I think this is from Valen. Please, be better than me this morning. Let's hear his dad joke.
Good morning, guys. This is Zaylan. This joke for today is, what do you call a caveman's fart? A blast from the past.
Oh, dads
People are
will love
winning.
that.
People are winning.
Dads will love that. You know how proud that dad is right now that he said fart on national TV.
Got a nice smirk there on the side.
Man, we love it, man. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so you've got non-alcoholic beer there.
Non-alcoholic beer. I'm going to race through this, and I'm going to talk through everything that happened. In the meantime, I'm going to ask you to blitz up some biltong for me.
Okay.
Then,
there for that.
our butter goes in. You're making our pastry. Okay.
Meat's looking good. Non-alcoholic beer goes in. We just want the flavor. Okay. So while that's going in,
about how much biltong, huh?
It's going to go in the pastry. So I say it's a good amount. I'm happy with that. Tomato paste adds umami, adds depth to pies, to stews, to soups. Get that in there. Ah, that just looks good.
Oh, man, I can't believe we're even putting biltong in the pastry.
We're good, we're good. Okay. Bay leaves go into the pot. Onions go into the pot. Thyme goes into the pot. You can use rosemary if you want.
You did say thyme was important, though. In this.
Thyme is very important.
Thyme is all important.
That's very important. Carrots go in. Black pepper, that's good. Butter goes in yours.
All in there?
Look, we're doing this. I feel like it's competition.
Keep any of those dad jokes coming. Our WhatsApp line to use is 063-408-8863. We've had some crackers this morning, but I think you can do better. I really do. All of the butter going in, eh?
All of the butter goes in. Okay, so everything's looking good like you have. That's gonna cook. Right. Now you can go in with your flour, G. That's looking good. What you're gonna do is, it takes quite a while. Beef should, because it's such a hard-working muscle, like I said, it takes time, about 2 hours of what you're looking at. Cook it, and then let it cool down. Very important, it has to cool down. What G's doing now is adding his flour to his butter and basically he's gonna pulse it. Ooh,
I thought that was an empty bowl. I'd just like to yeah.
I love the technique. Like, I don't know what's going on. You know what? We're going to fast forward, but I still want to see what G comes up with. The pastry G is making is beautiful. It's soft and delicate.
Look at that biltong in there.
You can see the biltong in there. G, I'm going to grab this from you.
Do it.
Cool. This is our chilled filling. I love it. I don't know. G,
do you have to let it chill?
Has to chill. You don't want to add hot filling to cold pastry. It's not going to cook the way you want it to.
Be lacquer, okay.
And we're going to go with our filling.
I'm just going to mix this up as we go.
Pastry is quite a fascinating thing for me. I find like sometimes you get amazing creations from mistakes.
There we go.
I don't know what this is going to be yet, but it's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be amazing.
So good. Okay, filling goes in.
And you're being quite generous with your filling there as well, which I like, yeah.
You can be, and you should be. Go with our lid, crimp it down, goes into the oven, comes out looking beautiful like that. Gee, you know why God gave you 2 hands?
Why? So you can eat 2 pies?
2 pies at the same time. Do you want a pie?
I want a pie. While I approach this pie and figure out how to eat it, let's get another dad joke in if we can. There we go.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
Who's there?
Foree. Foree who? Foree is a jolly good fellow.
Hey! Absolutely brilliant. Now, you guys have been on fire. This looks amazing. It's got the right colour. It's crispy, and I cannot wait to taste that filling. I'm going to do it.
Go for it. We should have put some of the beautiful slow music on, but we weren't ready. But how good is that pie? The pastry's got the flavour in there. The filling's got all the flavour. It's rich, it's dense, it's intense.
For me, the biltong in the actual pastry itself is insane because you can taste it, and it's got that venison flavour as well, which I love in that biltong, but that filling, that meat is just falling apart.
We are here to please. This recipe is on the Woolies website. Go and check it out. It's amazing. It's so good. Easy to make. You can also freeze them before you bake them. And you've got frozen pies in the freezer ready to go.
You just keep whipping them out in the oven.
Whipping out your pies.
Absolutely amazing. This, I'm telling you right now, your dad will love this with a beer, non-alcoholic, if you want, if it's going to be early, or a normal beer if it's a little bit later. But I think the most important thing is put in some effort and do something that's going to, like you say, push the palate out a little bit.
Hey!
Come on, man.
Did you just say keep whipping out your
pie?
Okay.
You got to try this.
Yeah, okay.
And embrace it.
So I just want to, I'm very impressed with your on-air, that tastes good face. So that's pretty...
Did you like it? See if you can emulate that.
Yeah, and then you spoke afterwards. That was so this is how you do it.
Oh, that's the top billing bite right there. Right.
And then I can speak as well.
There you go. I love it. I like to make him speak as long as possible, and I even pretend to chew sometimes, so he has to keep talking.
Okay, so the dad... I'm taking this with me.
No, it's yours. And there's another one there.
Please do.
So the dad jokes are coming in thick and fast, and we've got Edward now with this one. Let's see if this is the one we've been waiting for.
Good morning, Expresso team. Edwin here from Strand. Here's my slow dad joke. So why did the chicken cross the road? Simply to say, hello from the other side.
Nice.
Nice. Oh,
Look, he had the guts to sing as well, and that. Brilliant. I think we are sorted, man. Hey?
We're good.
Yeah. I think we've done well. This is the best pie ever. Your dad is going to love you if you just put in a little bit of effort. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Now I'm going in for a real bite.
Yeah, me too.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the final few minutes of your Feel Good Breakfast show. AmaLolo has been entertaining us all morning with their modern marimba take on classic songs. But here they are rounding off the show today with their version of Song of the Skies, which is an original from Sky Glada over there. So, ladies, take it away.
Right, we love you! Well done, Marimbians. Your beautiful take a bow, ladies. Absolutely spectacular.
For when it's chilly or rainy or just for the sake of it, here's the toastiest ways of keeping winter at bay, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.